catch me pissing in them trees.
Fucked up.
You can hear my blood and speed.
Fucked up.
By the car, but I can't find my keys.
Fucked up.
Eyes tight like I'm Chinese.
Fucked
Burn
up.
down, no doubt, bloodhound,
Shit
out. Pounds and pounds of the green weed.
Subtract them seeds.
Retrieving fat bags of that funky. Unky. Skunky. Hear that there's some everywhere that in that
It's our 2-year anniversary.
Past them beers. Prefer
The Third Perspective Podcast.
Loving still. Something we can feel. Because these niggas real. Like J-Lo with a pimp called Dino. Fees banging on my door. 15th in the fucking row. Known for my heel. Stacking up cash flow. Hope on a dick bit. Bobbing hair slick like some lubricant. Now throw some whip in this motherfucking mix while I twist up these fat ass lips that's chubby down the middle. Nice and tight, got her nice and hype with the munchies and the giggles, plus be funny. Cups overrunning, Mom Dukes come and scoop the loot. The Remy won't let me exercise my rights for freedom of speech. I'm slurring on my words and I'm light
On my feet, cause I'm
Fucked up.
Shouts out to everybody in London,
If you keep on puffing
Tennessee,
fucked up.
Canada.
Your eyes gonna look like church and
Now we got podcasts for 2 years. We've
If you
been
keep
on here.
rolling trees.
11,000.
twins.
What's up,
Man, I'm
man?
fucked up, wasted, to the point I'm feeling spaced. I just popped the E-pill. Imagine how young nigga feel. I don't wanna talk at the moment. All I wanna do is get your mama, get the bone, and take a couple shots and let me hit the blunt. And I bet y'all be talking till 6 in the morning. They want me to keep on going, doing what I do best, that's blowing your back out. But I gotta put a fat out, the sun's up, bitch. It's time for you to stay about. Beat your feet, flip a dime, holler when you shine, cause I'm about to catch
Don't let
fire.
you
I'm in the
COVID.
whip with the backwood dick, go holler at my
Both of them
niggas on the
got
south side. Cause I know they stroking the
Wait a
fat
minute,
hoes, looking
COVID,
at fat toes,
yeah.
trying to get their eyes low.
We don't get the
After
two
that, I hit the
presidents.
liquor store to get the liquid shit, so to get your head
This
bent some more.
podcast.
Later
You know what I'm
on
saying?
the night, we up in the club, and then my hand is in your cup. Tell the bitches shake that ass and back it ass up like wood. Nigga, cause I'm fucked up.
Fucked up.
You catch me pissing in them trees.
What?
Fucked up.
You can hear my blurring speed.
Fucked up.
But I can't find my keys.
Fucked up.
Eyes tight like I'm Chinese.
I be fucked up all the time, and you wonder why. My
Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. It is I. You tuned in to the number one podcast in the DMV. I am your host, your late night supervisor, dope dealer extraordinaire, DC Zone, Rad, B.I.D. Jones. That's rabbit for you in there, folks. To the left and right of me, as usual, my podcast partners, Radical Rail and OnlyFans J. This is T3P. Now, everybody know that I love the black ladies. I'm lucky to be alive, happy, healthy, and free for me. And don't forget those tubbins. Ha ha! What it do? It's the Third Perspective Podcast, our 2-year anniversary. We've been here 2 years. And it went past fast. You know what I'm saying, dog? Shouts out to everybody been with us since the beginning. Subscribe to YouTube. Follow us on Facebook group, Instagram, wherever you follow us at, Twitter. We appreciate you a whole lot. Follow us on this journey. You know what I'm saying, dog? It's the Third Perspective. You know? Talk to me. What's going on with y'all too, dog? What's going on, Jay?
Not much, just life. And, the 2-year anniversary is here. And, we had a lot of fun on this joint. And let's see about them Cowboys that destroyed them motherfucker Falcons. And, we had a little something in me early,
But you ain't saying that when y'all got that thumping last week. What was that?
See-
30-0 type shit?
But see, that was a trap game.
It's 30-0 though, yeah.
Yeah, that was a trap game. We fell in the hole. That happened.
Got that spanking on.
You saw how the Bucks got their heads cranked today by the Washington football team.
Yes, they did. It's not good at all.
Tom Brady looking old out there.
Huh?
Tom Brady was out there looking old.
I don't know about that though. But yeah, they lost. But I don't know about looking old. He got more touchdowns than any quarterback in the league right now.
Shit, he threw 2 picks. two thrill picks.
Niggas gonna do that for sure.
That's-
Ask Rail and his quarterback. How about this? Picks.
Shit, they wanted that.
What's going on, Rail? What's going on with you, player? Everything good?
You know, just busy season. Motherfuckers crazy.
Yeah, on the retail level.
Crazy as hell. But shit ain't going nowhere. Come back tomorrow and get it.
You know that 9 to 5 issue. Come back tomorrow and get that shit.
I know one thing. I never in my life had an issue of fucking getting a game system until the PS5 and these Xbox. Well, the Xbox developed, but the PS5s, boy, motherfuckers hard to get.
Well, they hard. People just keep buying them and trying to resell them.
Right.
So
Hey, stop that shit.
Yeah, that's all they doing.
Everybody try to play them $800-900 for their system.
So what happens is a nigga like Brad work at the GameStop. He gonna tell a nigga like you to come get these 4. The first one in line buy all 4 of them, and then y'all gonna flip it. Cause Christmas coming, and motherfuckers gonna want to get them for their kids. Now everybody doing it. So average nigga like me can't get the system because y'all two trying to come up. And that's what we at.
I know every time I try to go on a website, it don't say it. We invite you to come. You got a ticket to invite you to come get the system. You gotta get on that joint say sold out.
Yeah. Going straight to Sony. Go straight through Sony.
That joke said say that's what sent me the shit. Sony. It said sold out.
Sony be out the fuck.
I know. It was tripping sometimes.
But no, I heard there's a shortage on microchips, like food and all that. So they can't build as many as they want to. Make them a commodity. But motherfuckers don't care because they still putting shit out for 4. Now if they ever stop putting stuff out for 4, then it's gonna be an issue. But until that day comes, people don't care. But again, you get on 5, you get on 4.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna have to find motherfucker from GameStop. Hold one for me.
They don't want to cut. They be like, all right, man, you gotta throw me an extra 150. None of this work for free. Motherfucking body trying to come up. It's wrong, man.
GameStop ain't gonna appreciate that day.
I know. Right. Wings should never be $11.29. 5 wings of fried rice. You don't get no vegetable fried rice. You just get regular fried rice for $11.29. You gotta think about that for a second. Everything a black person eat, they put the tax on it. Regular shit, they don't give a fuck about. You get that pork rib, them jumps still $7.95. You ask for some chicken, it's y'all head.
Man, this shit.
$11.29.
Food ain't the other thing that's fucking fucked up. Goddamn gas prices, everything's fucked up. Oh, they had an article the other day. Seen was looking at the other day was like, when all this shit coming down, shit.
Yeah, the gas price is going up like shit. Yeah. It always do that when you don't have no Republican as president. You gotta remember, Republicans control all oils and shit. So whenever there's a Democrat in it, all the oil prices go up. You get gas high prices. You never get that when it's a Republican. You never get that with Bush. You never get that with Trump and all that shit. Matter of fact, it'd be low as fuck. Y'all ain't noticed that? It'd be like $1. It'd be low as a motherfucker. Well, you ain't even think about gas prices.
I thought one time Bush used it.
But as soon as you switch it to a Democrat, the prices go up ASAP.
I've noticed that, but see, the other thing was, remember, we had that 4-day gas, quote unquote, crisis, where they shut the oil pipes down for fucking a few days for $4 fucking million, and it's pretty much Trump friends that did that shit. You know, the Russians.
His folks.
That's his folks. Those his homies. Bitch stole a fucking computer from the Oval Office, Nancy Pelosi's laptop, during the January 6th resurrection.
Yeah.
And planned on selling it to a fucking Russian spy. So, you know, why does Russia get, why is Russia keep getting, you know, name keep popping up and all this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like Trump people, and then, you know, like the DC jail issue, they complaining. People been complaining about that jail for years. All of a sudden, the motherfuckers go in there and they want to do something about it.
They tearing all that shit around that joint though. They got popping building houses and all that shit down in there. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like it's just like it ain't like it was at first. So it wasn't like at first it's like shelters and jails and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now it's not like that.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm talking about the people that the resurrection shit. They threw them in jail and said the conditions in there is fucked up. Not the outside part. It was the inside part.
Yeah.
You know, niggas been in jail and out of that motherfucker for years saying how fucked up it is. Nothing gonna be done about it. Man, these people going in, you know, shit been done about it. They done moved the inmates out. The leader of the Proud Boys here and there. He talking about something. He want to be free because of the conditions in it.
Yeah, they ain't used to being around all those niggas and ratchets and roaches. Niggas go to jail, especially Central Cell, man. That joint rat infested, roaches. The fucking food is disgusting. It's like, nigga, just because I'm locked up, I ain't no fucking animal though. You know what I'm saying, dog? Some niggas locked up is not animals, you know what I'm saying? Some niggas locked up are though. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't gotta sit there and send me the food that you give animals. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Then them joints got roaches and shit running all in the cells and shit. Like, nigga. And then again, nigga, don't do nothing wrong. Don't get your ass in jail.
Don't go in there.
You know what I'm saying? No, fuck all that. Nah, think about it.
You want to be proud?
They want to go in there.
You don't need no clean jail, motherfucker. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Niggas been going in there for years, and then these motherfuckers going in there, they want to complain. And yeah,
it's just when they get in the air, they like, nigga, what is this? It's not for you, nigga.
Jail is exactly what it is.
Hey man, so I'm watching the motherfucking Aubrey what's his name? Audrey, the case.
Which one, the Arbery or the other one?
Yeah, that
the white boy.
Watching both of them, be honest with you.
The white boy.
Let's go with the white boy where he shot little white boy that shot. Now he was only 17 when he shot everybody. Now he shot like 3-4 people in that night.
And his mother dropped him off over here.
Yeah. Nah, but see, okay.
His mother dropped him off over there to do that.
No. See, again, when we went over this case, right? That case when it was happening at the time. At the time, we wasn't sure what was happening when he was just shooting people. You feel me? Like when you see the video of him just shooting a motherfucker, you're like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? You know what I'm saying? He shot a lot of people that night. Like he was on some fucking game or something. You know what I'm saying?
Grand Theft Auto or something.
So I'm watching the case. I'm watching the trial and shit, right? So this nigga, now he got his shit together. He was gonna be a police officer. He was gonna be a fireman and shit. And he really articulated himself real good. He don't seem like he's 17. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So when he talking up that joint, it's like you really got sympathy for this dude. You looking at him like, was he really? Why he do that? You know what I'm saying? Because it don't sound like the person that's talking. Like the person that's talking don't match the person that's shooting everybody in the fucking street. You feel me?
Right.
So when I'm watching the trial, he talking. It's like, what the fuck? That's him. You know what I'm saying? The judge in that joint is some crazy motherfucking redneck. That's another thing you gotta worry about too in cases like this, where people like us see the news and be like, all right, that why the fuck? Because everybody gotta remember the whole case of this began because main man got shot in his back trying to get in the car, and the police shot him in the back. Y'all remember that? We did a podcast on that joint where he's getting into the car and police shot him in the back. That's what the whole protest was all about.
Right.
That's what the whole point. That's what they was arguing about. That was the whole thing was about because of that right there. That's what everything was started. So he's one of them bombers that go down that joint as malicious. You know what I'm saying? As fake ass niggas that wanted to protect shit from looters and rioters, right? Protesters, to be honest with you. But let them tell it, it's rioters.
Black
But
people.
we can get back to that.
He protecting this stuff from black people. Let's get that straight.
That's true.
He protected shit from black people.
That's true. Now, as I'm watching the joint, right? The judge goes in on the prosecutor. Now, the reason why I'm looking at it as, okay, what judge do we have here? It's obvious this judge is one of those Trump supporter judges, right? It was real clear. It was like everything the trial attorney said, he knocked it down. The man got loud at one time and said, "Don't get brazen with me." Like, what the fuck is that? Is that a word supposed to scare you or something? Like, that ain't even a person. That's not even a word a black person would use. Brazen. Don't get brazen with me. Like, what the brazen? What's that? Y'all know what that mean though, right? Don't get brazen with me. Like what? But he got loud with the prosecutor with that shit. I think the prosecutor was being slick though. But either way, they start showing a video of Youngin, right, that night. Now, when you do trials, you see all angles beside that shit we seen on TV, right? So we're looking at angles from police officers. We're looking at angles from people in the streets earlier that day. And all types of shit. What as he got there and before he got there, right? So watching the trial, he finally goes up on the stand. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm looking at the motherfucking video, right? The first person he shot was chasing him. I never knew that, right? So I'm looking at the video. The man chasing him almost 2 blocks. He get to one point. He turns to look at him with the gun like this. Man, keep on running at him. He turns and runs away from him and stops and shoot him again. He stops to shoot him. Now, the first time he didn't shoot him. He just pointed it at him, right? We see it when he shoots him. This is after he pointed at him, then try to run again. Main man started chasing him again. He turns around and shoot him. Then shoot him 2 more times, my nigga. Then walks away. That's the first person, right? So already, you just shot a motherfucker. Now, he was chasing, we get that, right? But you shot him not once to stop this thing, you know what I'm saying? Not twice, just to make sure he's stopping, right? 3 motherfucking times, though, right? So we trying to stop him from doing something, or you trying to kill him?
Why you got a gun down?
I was about to say that.
Okay, him. All right,
Is he even licensed to carry?
I'm gonna get to that. It do matter now.
Why you want to go down there with a gun?
Again, he one of those militias. We don't hear about them. They always go in these places and try to defend people's property. Put it like that. Say if I own a gas station, these 4 motherfuckers behind these people, once these riots and shit start, they board their shit up and hide these niggas so they don't tear their shit up. You understand? You think these people ain't out there. They coming down there and then they go in these states where you can legally carry guns, right? So they stand there and guard gas stations and little convenience stores, wherever these businesses that don't want to get riot, don't want that shit tore up, put it like that. And they put it in it. That's how they do the shit. They pay these people. And he was one of them in the group of these people. Standing there with the rifles and all that shit.
So a 17-year-old boy got paid.
Now, that's where the prosecution was like, how would a 17-year-old have that rifle, right? And that's when Young was like, all right, my friend of mine, we go on his property and whatever the fuck. But legally, he was not supposed to be standing there guarding anything with the gun because he's only 17.
That's the point, right there.
All right. So him, all the people that was with him, guarding shit, right? Now, he just shot a motherfucker, right? Now, this come from him acting like he a paramedic, too. So he had his gun, but at 17-year-old, this is how he got passed. He kept on telling everybody that he was paramedic. He got training. You know, there's people out there hurt, right? So he was helping people with his gun, right? He goes down, after he shoots main man that chased him, right? Everybody start chasing him. Like, nigga, why you shooting him? That type of shit. You feel me? Like, if y'all out there, that's what people do. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, a group of people start looking around like, why you do that? You know what I'm saying? And they start chasing him. You feel me? Calling. At this point, everybody trying to stop him because he just murdered a motherfucker in front of everybody, right? So everybody trying to catch up with him. This was on the video. This is what they showing in the trial, right? Now, he's trying to catch up. They all trying to catch up with him. He falls. Now, picture that. He running with this long-ass gun. He falls. After he shot somebody now, he already murdered a motherfucker down the street. He falls. A nigga hit him in the head with a skateboard. Right? Everybody else comes up. He starts shooting again. He shot everybody that came over top of him. Shot 2 more people. Now, I want to ask you. All right, first, from the first incident, people chasing him. Did he have a right to turn around and shoot him?
I do you one better. This shit should have stopped with the fact that he's illegally carrying a rifle.
No, y'all remember, he walked to the police and tried some. Y'all remember the scene of him with his gun doing like this to the police? With it was in a big ass.
And they let him walk too.
Remember that?
Yeah, and they let him walk.
That was him. He said he was surrendering himself after shooting the people. That's what he said. Now
He surrendered himself and they let him walk down the street after they know that he just shot the people.
What?
I know the comments is for about shit.
It's just crazy watching that joint though, yeah. Cause this motherfucker actually murdered people.
And they let him walk down the street free.
And if you literally watch the video, my nigga, he shot at least 4 people. Do you understand what that looked like? You know what I'm saying, dog?
That don't look too good.
Like, but if you watch the video, like the first incident, somebody was chasing him. But do you shoot him? Do you shoot a person that's chasing you, though?
You got a gun?
Can we ask that one question?
You got a gun?
The first person
You got a weapon?
don't know.
All right. So
In the trial,
See,
he said he thought he had a gun.
You see, here's the problem, though.
Did he see it?
The problem starts with the fact that he ain't even supposed to be having that rifle. 17-year-old, he's illegally carrying a weapon right there, bam. So, I'm trying to figure out, after that, what's the argument about, and why they about to, it looked like they about to let him walk, too.
You think so?
Yeah. Because the judge, I was looking at the trial. The judge did seem like he was on the defense side more than the plaintiff.
Yeah.
All they're going to do is get a mistrial. Because the judge is going to get thrown out because he's showing too much bias.
Exactly.
So when you do that, you have to wait for a mistrial.
So that's what the defense is asking for, a mistrial.
And they're going to redo it again. But your boy going to be free until they redo it.
No, you gotta realize when somebody like this happens, we don't pay no attention to stuff like this, but Him, he got the backing of all white ring, like the nigga that used to be in Silver Spoon, the little white boy. He paid all his money. That's how he got out. He paid for all his bail. So you got white ring groups that gave him a lawyer. Now you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we don't pay no attention to stuff like that. We just saw the video and like, what the fuck? He need to be locked up. You know what I'm saying? But white ring people, they gravitate to motherfuckers like him and try their best to keep him out. They give him lawyers. They pay. He out now. You know what I'm saying? Pay for the bail. All that shit.
They tried to do that with George Floyd's police.
What's this nigga name? Silver Spoons.
Ricky Schroeder.
Ricky Schroeder paid for his bail. Now keep track of that, people. Ricky Schroeder paid for his bail to get the fuck out of jail.
Ricky Schroeder.
Scrotum. You know what I'm saying? But watching his trial is just
Ricky Schroeder.
It's tough to see. First, he got legitimate reasons to say he was scared. Put it like that. Do you then use lethal force with what you're scared of? Like, if a person just had a skateboard, do you shoot and kill him? You see what I'm saying? Or do you? Is the law set up where you fight force with force type shit? Like, if you have a gun in you,
Yeah, what's that?
like a skateboard, why would you shoot him with an AK or whatever the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. What you think about that?
He's 17. He don't have no judgment. He don't know no wisdom to know when to use a gun and not to use a gun. He shouldn't have had one.
He should. Yeah, that argument should have stopped right there on the tracks.
He went and got it though. So
And he shot up 4-5 people.
That's crazy.
And
He was literally thinking he was in some type of game, my nigga. How can you shoot that many people?
and their right wingers is defending him, you know,
Because
calling him out.
you got to remember the source of this.
Trump.
Black man got shot by police getting in the car in his back. That's the source of this whole thing. The riot start, the marching start, people like him go down there to defend this. That's where we at. He is one of them.
And you know why we don't get, and you know why bills don't get passed for this shit? Because they feared that police officers was going to walk off the force. And when I say that, is because they said at least about 80% of motherfuckers only join the force just to fuck with people like
It's just that when we look at stuff like this, everything happens in a flash, and then we move on, right? But if you go back, it's the trial. Like, this was a year ago. So most people don't even think about this no more. The trial's going on. You don't even think about it no more. You know what I'm saying? You remember Main Man got shot by the white boys, but you don't remember that no more. You don't really think about it. Exactly. You don't think about it no more.
And they already tossed the girls shit out. The only person that got charged for real is George Floyd shit.
So as we go into his case right there,
and who knows if he gonna be in, and who knows about his time.
you got two white boys in some hick town, right? In Atlanta, Georgia. And Main Man is jogging through the joint. Now, as we watch the motherfucking trial, I've been watching the trials, both trials, right? And this trial right here, I watched from the beginning to now. And you see videos of Main Man going inside an abandoned house, right?
They was building that.
Exactly, yeah. He went in there a few times. They showed a video of him going there at night, going there in the daytime. Something about that. I don't know why he kept going there. I'm confused about that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So you have the two white boys call that in. You see what I'm saying? This is before. This is weeks before they actually shot him. They call it in. They say it's a black man that keep going into the abandoned joint, in and out of the joint, right? So the next time they see him, he's jogging. right? So they get in their truck to follow behind him to make a citizen arrest, right? This is how the trial, this is what they saying in the trial, right? I'm looking at it. They showing the video, they doing all that shit. They saying they making a citizen arrest first, right? So main man jogging, right? They stop their trucks in front of him as you jogging. Now think about it, you jogging. Now trucks drive past you now, stops in front of you, right? You still jogging, but they stop. But you gotta go around them is now, right? You go around them, they jump out the truck. One of them jump out with a shotgun, right? Telling you some shit about what are you doing around here type shit, right? But he got a shotgun. Y'all two get to scuffling. White boy then pulls it up and shoots him. That's the one time he shoots him. Main man, after getting shot, starts trying to take the gun away from the white boy, right? Then white boy shoots him in the chest. Yeah. The blood squirts everywhere, right? Now, this is when the joint gets shaky, right? We watching the video. The man, after he got shot in his chest, he wasn't completely dead yet, right? Police pull. Now, first, after they shoot him, there's a guy that's with them that's videotaping too, which is the video that everybody in America seen. He videotaping because they all think they doing something right, my nigga. Do you understand what I'm saying? They all some white people seeing some black nigga running through their shit. They really think they right. So we will record us locking him up or getting him ready for the police. Whatever the fuck they do with personal citizen arrest. What is that?
Yeah.
Citizen arrest.
A citizen arrest doesn't include killing nobody. A citizen arrest is taking handcuffs and or some type of restraint and putting them down. Now, if you talking about if you really want to get deep into it, it sounds like you're just killing a black animal in the street.
So we're saying, first of all, there's a such thing as a citizen arrest, right?
It is. But it doesn't involve with shooting nobody. Citizen arrest is where you keep the person alive, you just restrain them. This is more like I ain't even gonna say massacre. It's just more like hunting season.
Okay. So
they just went out hunting.
Okay, citizen arrest law. The law of citizen's arrest is something that any person can do without being held civilly liable for interfering with another person's interests, when that interference would otherwise constitute an assault, battery, and false imprisonment. So if they driving up, first of all, you shouldn't have a gun. You're not a police officer, but they somewhere where you can carry guns. So you see what I'm saying?
Right.
All right, so you had your gun. Once you jump out on a person, what is a citizen arrest? How you make a citizen arrest, my nigga? Nah, seriously. You don't have cuffs, right? Because you're not a fucking police officer. So a citizen arrest, they saying is like what though? I can understand. I'm trying to understand what is a citizen arrest when you look at it physical. Like you can't just hold somebody and then what? I mean,
you call the police after that. Like
so you physically restrain the person then.
Yeah, you restrain them and then you call the police. Not fucking blow their fucking chest out the damn out the way. You don't kill nobody for no citizen arrest. But this is what they tell in the courts. Okay, this is a citizen arrest. We blew his fucking chest out of the open. And
Let me read the whole joint because I'm really confused about it. The law itself, like citizen arrest. Think about that for a minute. You can't walk on somebody and then do what?
The only way you could do citizen arrest if they actually did something wrong.
Right, citizen arrest made by a private citizen. That is a person who is not acting as a sworn law enforcement officer. In common law, the practice dates back to the medieval. Like that don't fly today. You know, there's no way you can do a citizen arrest, yeah. Like that's what I was saying. In most countries, the arrest person is usually designated as a person with arrest powers. Exactly. So it's kind of hard for you to do a citizen arrest. Like, what states allow that? That's what I was trying to figure out. That's hard for me to figure that out. That's some old shit. You can't do that today. You can't citizen arrest a motherfucker without getting a hole blown in your ass. And then he had the right to blow a hole in your ass because you ain't been touching him. You know what I'm saying? Like, then that goes back to the white boy. Nigga hit him in the head with a skateboard, chased him and all that shit. Do he have the right to shoot the motherfucker?
No, because he ain't got the right to carry no damn weapon.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what
See,
I'm saying.
if we go back to if he don't supposed to have a
right
gun,
there. Like
it's kind of
the shit starts right there. You ain't supposed to be carrying a gun. Now I don't know about the white boys because
they had guns. Obviously, they probably can carry these shotguns they had.
Right.
So I'm watching the video. As he run around the truck, they jump out the back of the pickup. You feel me? So already, as like, what the fuck y'all doing? You know what I'm saying?
You know,
and you got a gun.
You know, actually two Elmer Fudd motherfuckers.
It was too.
Well, hop up the motherfuckers.
They look like Elmer Fudd. You right too. Both of them, yeah. Both of them little, you know what I'm saying? They jump out the joint. It gets tricky because one of them fuck with the DEA, which they indicted too. And she tried to smudge some shit.
She tried to cover up the crime scene.
Yeah.
And she knew she just acted like she didn't.
So you get there, you got police officers on the crime scene, not paying attention to my man. This is the worst scene of this video. That you can hear him saying shit, like making them noises, like Nick, like something. You know what I'm saying? And they still talking to the white boy. Damn, really? I had to do that. Y'all ain't had no other choice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had no other choice.
Yeah, it was a nigga running through this joint. Yep.
Yep.
Y'all need some water? Hey, let me get your clothes. Matter of fact, you need some water to wipe this shit off. You got all this blood on you, man. You need to get this blood off you.
Yeah, before the real people come, we got to hurry up.
Damn, man, this looks disgusting. You need some water. Hey, anybody got some wipes or something over there? Get this blood off him so we can talk to him. Like, this how it went, real. If you watch the video of these police officers, then white boy pulls up and say, hey, I'm more than his friend. He said, you know what happened here? He said, no, I know more than what happened. I got a video. The nigga say, oh, you got a video? You supposed to know that. Why would you let him sit there without pulling him out the car and searching him, ask him what's going on? You know what happened here. They didn't do none of that. He had to volunteer this. If he didn't volunteer, he had the video, America wouldn't have never seen none of this. He would have kept it to himself that day and said, ooh, nothing. I just pulled up and then swatched him. That would have been it. So he showed it. He said, oh, I got a video on the phone. So the police officer get in his car and say, let me see. He looks at it. I'm going to send it to my phone. Wouldn't send the joint. Oh, it's too much. It won't go to my phone type shit. Right? It was that dumb shit going on. Instead of taking this clown ass phone. Like, what the fuck are we doing? That shows you white privilege. Like, you trying your best to find ways to get it out of his phone. Why don't you just taking the fucking phone? It's evidence. Why don't you say, oh, I'm going to take this with me. You got to come down to the station. You feel me? It took them another hour on camera trying to find ways. They chopped it up 30 seconds. They did all that, real? Yes. Sent it to, what's that? Cloud box? Whatever the fuck is that? A box, a cloud, whatever the fuck they sent it. They tried that. They tried all ways, my nigga, to get the little video out of his phone instead of taking his phone. That's the first thing. Main man was still laying there, no ambulance, nobody there doing shit yet, but making sure these white boys was good.
Because these two Elmer Fudds was hunting for niggas.
watching this video, my nigga.
They wasn't hunting for rabbits. They was hunting for niggas.
Once my man grabbed that main man that pointed the shotgun at his stomach, he pushed the joint down, and of course, he's a nigga. These are two fat, white, old country bunking ass niggas that don't do nothing. They short too. He taller than both of them. You know what happens once you put this gun down. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to destroy your ass. You know what I'm saying? And once that started happening, you heard something say, "Kokoosh." Literally, just like that, once he started really putting these things on you, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get this gun away, you heard the gunshot. And then he stopped punching him a little more. The joint hit him in the chest. And that was the end of the whole thing. Once he shot him in his chest. Now, do you think this white boy had the right to shoot him? See, again, these joints going to get so murky. Do he have the right now to shoot him? Is he in threatened now? Is he a threat? Is he now in threat when he can shoot somebody? Remember, these countries, these states they in, what's that? Hold your ground ass law. What the fuck is that? Stand your ground. All that wild shit going on.
And then the funny part about it, they just got it. I remember I seen part of it where they had got a detective up there said, was this everything that was, everything included here, was this necessary? He said, no. He said, everything that Ahmaud Arbery did was, he abide by the law. He was law-abiding. He didn't take nothing. He just went there and left out. He probably was admiring, the space or, probably, looking at the carpentry of the house. And he just did exactly what he was supposed to do. He just went in and walked out. Anything extra after that was against the law, like by following him into his private space.
Like when you jogging, it's like you can't just pull up in front of somebody like that.
Because that's your private space.
And jump out on them, real. Like, what the fuck? And I'm minding my business. Really, I'm just jogging. Like, you can't just jump out like that and say you're under arrest. Like, who the fuck are you? Main Man was a former law enforcement officer. The father was. The son wasn't never shit. The son had the gun. The son shot him. The son, the police there, the son was saying, man, I just had to do it. It wasn't nothing I could do. They kept on saying, man, don't worry about it. Just calm down. You know what I'm saying? We know it wasn't you had no other choice. It was like, what? That's what they were selling. It was just
it just went one-way street.
And then y'all don't know, it took 2 months to lock these two white boys up. Yeah. After that.
Because they was trying to cover the shit up.
That's where the DA bitch that he used to fuck with fucking shit up. But to not get locked up, especially one that shot him, he could at least been in custody, my nigga. They wasn't in custody of nothing for 2 months, my nigga. You know how much evidence gone? Like, I don't know how this might slip through our fingers, man. Y'all just don't understand how much they had done. First, the DEA bitch was in the office. You know what I'm saying? Hiding and fudging shit from the beginning. You had police officers on the scene, wasn't doing nothing.
See, the DA
wasn't taking these niggas' clothes. These niggas was full of blood.
Well, see, all them people was under investigation anyway.
Yeah,
separate.
That's from federal though,
and that's because they're obstruction of justice.
Shit been on TV. That's why I said the man that was back behind them that recorded it. It wasn't for him. We'll never know how he got shot or none of that. He would have got away with this, dog. Them white boys would have got away with this because they got a built-in thing saying that he was going through their neighborhood, going through their houses and shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like if we had a video, it's just commonly he can just say he tried to rob them. This should have been over. You know what I'm saying? It's lucky that video. White boy didn't know at the time that the video was going to be what hurt them in this case. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The whole time. Him as a neighbor, he felt the way they did. What is black dude doing around? I'm gonna help y'all out. You know what I'm saying? That's how mobs begin. White mobs begin chasing niggas back in the day. Two of them chase you in the truck, and as you're going through the hoods, through these streets, white people start going behind you. Hey, let's get his ass. You know what I'm saying? As that mob grow, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how that happened. He got behind him. Everybody started getting behind them, chasing him. That's some crazy shit.
Sorry.
Only if Johnny Cochran was alive, these cases be flipped from murder charges to race things. That's how OJ got.
I know what you're saying.
Because already, that's how OJ got.
I just want everybody to understand it. Once this shit go down, please don't be surprised if both of these people get away.
Okay. And then they're gonna burn down on places.
The white dude that shot all these people, 17-year-old youngin', don't be surprised now.
Because white privilege is a motherfucker.
Do not be surprised, because the way these things stacking up, the way the videos play out, it's a way they can make it an argument for themselves. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? Not compared to just the videos we seen, just like on news or something. Like if you watch the whole things, they can make up a story for themselves. Put like that. I'm trying to tell y'all to be prepared. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling you, it was some motherfuckers chasing white boy though. Like then it come down to would you feel he could shoot these people now? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. One motherfucker hit him in the head with a skateboard. Like I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? The nigga hit him in the head with a skateboard. So I don't know. There was a lot going on, yeah. He had 3-4 motherfuckers chasing him at one time. So I don't know.
He got the Bart Simpson jump.
Like y'all said though, you're not supposed to have a gun though. But I don't know.
His ass with a skateboard.
Hell yeah, right in his head.
Boom.
That's what I'm saying. So when you go into the details of some of these joints, it's like, I don't know. Then he can make up some shit for himself that you can say, okay, then really. Because you ain't gonna let a nigga hit you in your head with no fucking skateboard. But then again, you're not gonna unload on him either. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, where you get that from though? So can you that's what it comes down to? Is that okay to go that far?
Again, the mother dropped him off over there. He ain't supposed to be having no fucking weapons.
Oh, drop him over there to guard shit. That's why we say these motherfuckers in these motherfucking rides. First of all, rides and
people, these people and the white boys go to these people to fuck with them. He went across the state.
That's true. That's true.
To get dropped off to fuck with the riders.
That's true.
Ain't he supposed to be carrying a weapon?
We gotta remember.
So if you in court and you arguing with the shit, start right there and stop it right there, because after that, none of that shit should be irrelevant.
But that's what I be saying.
It should be counted. The only thing that shooting people
That's true, though.
should add up body time for your time to go to jail.
Us as black people don't notice none of that. But white people really get into things. Like only people who get into things for us is like the people like Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson. And they don't use money for that. Like the right wing people, they use money. They don't care how wrong you are. You could be a rapist. If you're a right winger and you agree with some shit, they're gonna pay for all this shit. This nigga shot 4 people. You got right wingers paying his way out. Think about that. They paying his way just because I guess he's some star now or something over there.
No, he did the white thing by shooting niggas.
And no, there was white people he shot. There was white people that was marching for that incident. Main man got shot by the police.
Again, even though
got shot in his back.
Yeah, but people that's protesting are either who? Black people who's protesting
and white
people.
He shot white people though.
And what would the white people who's defending black people be labeled as?
Yeah, that's true though.
Nigga lovers.
They was chasing them. Nigga lovers was chasing them though. They were chasing them though. I ain't gonna lie about that.
The old man that got knocked down. What was he? A nigga lover.
Yeah.
You got him.
Yeah.
It was an 80-year-old guy.
Yeah.
Cracked his skull.
Yeah,
And he
yeah, I
white-
know what you're talking
and
about.
he was a white guy.
Yeah.
He was considered a nigga
I know
lover.
what you're talking
And that's what they look at you as a nigga lover.
about.
And this is, you gotta think about it, it's Trump period too.
That's what I'm
You know,
trying
the
to tell you.
The bigotry shit.
When that was going on, it was real high because Trump was bringing that shit up. It was on fire then.
Yeah, that
So-
shit was burning.
When he did that, he got the backing of all white wing people, including what's the nigga Silver
Police
Spoon
officers.
nigga, Silver Spoon ass nigga, Schroeder ass nigga.
Scrolling.
Yeah, it wasn't him. He paid for all his bail personally. So that tells you that he supposed to be some type of person they like over there in that lane. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't have done that.
They
But
was
then,
trying to- they was trying to defend white boy that killed the people in the church when they took
they
his
did that
birthday.
too. Again, exactly. That's my point. It don't matter what they do.
They did
They
something
put their
right.
money behind them. They put them lawyers. They do all that. And all we do is sit back and try wait for Al Sharpton and them to talk this thing out. You know what I'm saying? But them niggas, they put their money in it, all whatever it is. I'll sit back thinking this whole year we ain't paying no attention to that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? We think they need to go in jail for that shit. You feel me? Nope. You got white people fighting this shit, Slim. Paying money for lawyers, paying their bail.
And you know what's so fucked up about this? We got actors, we got singers, we got entertainment people, we got people, period, that's on our side, on the other side of that fence. They could have been doing the same thing, but don't.
They can do the exact same thing. You're right. They can put
The
a
only
pool,
thing they do is just sit there on social media and talk.
they can put a pool of money
Talk
together
bullshit.
too and do the same type of activity they do.
But they just want to talk. Misleaders.
You know?
Those are the misleaders. They want to sit and want to talk and won't put no money into the same shit, same cause they put money into.
That's true.
But instead, they gotta get a fucking public defender that works for the court. They're about to fuck shit up.
I don't know. I just want everybody to understand. I don't know.
Only thing they could say
I
is
watch-
they offer funeral service. That's it.
I watch a few joints. Now.
That's cheap.
I watch a lot of little cases and shit, man. These two joints I've been watching, you know? And just that, I just want people to be prepared for some
The
crazy
worst.
shit. Yeah. Same thing with my man with the knee in that. They showed live videos earlier of him in the store. You know how you in a convenience store. They got the camera and shit. They're showing him in there. He talking to people. Again, I'm looking at this person different from just laying on the ground. That's the only video I've seen. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
He one of them dudes around your way that always want to help you do shit or grab the bag for people. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no money. You give him some change. That type dude. You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while, you'll see him. He have a job every once in a while. He one of those motherfuckers. But he cool as shit. He fuck with everybody in the store. Everybody come to the store. He hugging the girls. You know what I'm saying? Dapping dudes. Everybody calling his name. Everybody know him. He one of those dudes, older dudes around the way that everybody fucks with. You know, like the OG. That ain't dirty or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just a dude just out there. You know what I'm saying? You'll help him out. You'll give him change. Because you know he ain't really no dirty dude. You know what I'm saying? But you know he just fucked up. He ain't one of them niggas that got a lot of shit, put it like that. One of them niggas that be in the store and shit. Ask for $1 for some beer or some shit like that. He one of them niggas. So when that was happening, you seen now, I seen the clerk, the young clerks in that joint that works in the store, they come out and they was like, man, dude he was high, but he one of our favorite, you know what I'm saying, customers. He come in there all the time type shit. But he was high. They all said he was high, you know what I'm saying? But again, that don't justify you sitting that knee on that neck. Again, you know what I'm saying?
And
Some
then-
of these joints be so.
And then when it did escalate, they did. I mean, they used some same people that did call the authorities, but they was like, "What the fuck are y'all doing?" And then now they realize it was a mistake calling the authorities. It's you the fuck you got the knee in the man neck.
Oh no.
Breonna Taylor.
It's just something about
Her
those
story
cases,
fuck.
man. It's tough cases, yo.
Breonna Taylor. She
Breonna
can't even
Taylor
have a
cases.
fucking case.
We come in our podcast, man. We was doing all these joints, all these things was going on. as we started this podcast. You know what I'm saying? We done been through a lot with this podcast, man. You know what I'm saying? We've been through, like I said, like Corona and all these cases that happened during our podcast. You know what I'm saying? We even began our podcast more with social issues than anything when we started off with this podcast. You know what I'm saying? There was so much going on.
Man, what?
Most of our conversations, debates, everything was more about social issues at the time. You know what I'm saying? That was a little before Jay came into the joint. But some of his first joints coming in was social issues. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's why I say 2 years into this podcast thing, we started off, man. We wasn't even thinking about, like, politics wasn't a thing we wanted to talk about, but it was a lot going on at the time. Like, we had to address those issues. We couldn't have a podcast and don't talk about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had riots going on, you had a bigot president, you had a rack of shit going on that you not just get ignored. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to everybody that helped us from the beginning of this podcast, man. Big homie D, Kareem, you know what I'm saying? Started off with me and Kareem at the beginning. So this is our 2-year anniversary, man. We shouts out to you and everybody that helped us get to this point. You know what I'm saying, dog? Radical Real, OnlyFans Jay, you know what I'm saying? It's like I said, 2 years. And that was at the beginning of Corona when we started this thing. You know what I'm saying? So going to that, it was just me. First it was me and Kareem, but as we went on, the following January, it was Big Homie D and me and Radical Real and shit. You know what I'm saying? We started off the year like that, you know? That was going in the fresh pandemic, you know? Everything was new. But shit, to get through that, man, a pandemic and all that shit, dog, and have our podcast reach almost 12,000 downplays in almost 2 years, you know? It's something I never thought of beginning this podcast. Because like I said, when starting this podcast off, it was just something to vent, to get off the shit that I talk about normally on a daily basis, you know what I'm saying? The trending topics and shit. Shit we talk about at work, at lunch and shit, on the at lunch break, you know what I'm saying? The cafeteria at school. You know, I just felt like just opening up a podcast, talking about natural shit that we talk about, you know what I'm saying? Didn't want to have a one topic podcast, you know what I'm saying? And, we was kind of mad that we were constantly talking about social issues at the beginning because it was more, that's what was the trending topics, you know what I'm saying?
Shit, there was a lot going on with it. Was a whole lot going on with the shit.
Exactly. So it was
and
just
not to mention Trump keep being on TV all day,
yeah,
talking shit.
Exactly. So exactly. At the beginning of this podcast, it just wasn't a thought process of talking about social issues. It just wasn't that. It was just some way to vent, get away, talk about trending topics, you know what I'm saying, have some fun, you know what I'm saying, and learn podcasting for real. Because at the beginning of this, man, I'm not thinking about podcasting or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? But I did join a podcast because I was used to watch wrestling a lot. I put a video out. I put a few videos out because I used to like TNA wrestling. So I put videos out of me just reviewing it, you know what I'm saying? And which linked me up to other people. And one of them was DJ Bill and shit. So he had a podcast. I come on there once in a while. And it kind of got me where I wanted to do a podcast and shit myself. You know what I'm saying? So that's what sprung it. Be honest with you, the Corona really sprung this podcast beginning. And we've been through this Corona the whole time. It's just, that's some crazy shit. It would not be this podcast if that never happened, put it like that. Because the other podcasts that I was frequently coming on slowed down because of the Corona. You know what I'm saying? And which made me think I want to make my own podcast. You know what I'm saying? So starting off, that was the beginning of the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Because of the situation we was in with pandemic. So that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So as we went on the podcast, shouts out to Kareem, man. I appreciate you a whole lot, man. Stepping in that joint and starting this thing off with me. And either one of us knew what the fuck we was doing, you know what I'm saying? You're a YouTuber, so you had some type of a feel for going live and all that shit. So that helped me, you know what I'm saying? But shouts out to you, man. A few episodes on that joint. Check out our catalog too on Spotify too. go back on the early episodes, that's Kareem, the voice you hear, you know what I'm saying? In the early episodes. Later on, we had Rail come on, you know what I'm saying? After he left. Because after he left, he felt like he had to do other things, you know what I'm saying? He felt like podcasting wasn't one thing that he wanted to do, you know what I'm saying? So I felt that, you know what I'm saying? So once I moved on, I just had to figure out, do I want to do a podcast just with me, talking all day about shit, you know what I'm saying, by myself? Or do I want to just go ahead and just make a podcast of a group of people talking, you know what I'm saying? That was my whole goal from that point on, is to figure out, do I want to do it by myself? So I went on a couple of weeks by myself, you know what I'm saying? And try to do it by myself. You can catch those podcasts up there too. And as the weeks going on, I figured I just got to start calling people, you know what I'm saying? Getting people on this joint. Once I got in touch with Rail, I don't think Rail was doing anything like that at the time, but once I called him and said, gave him the idea of podcasting with me and shit, my thought process with him just taking Creek process spot, and we just going from there, 2 people, you know what I'm saying? But as we went on, I got Big Homie D involved. It was us 3. It was a natural fit to me, you know what I'm saying? I just felt like, I still feel like today, Big Homie D will be a good podcaster, you know what I'm saying? Depending on the topic, put it like that. Like, if you talking about topics that's up his alley, wrestling or some shit like that, that podcast would be just right for him, man. You know what I'm saying? I just wish that he would have kept podcasting. I think that's something that's good for him, but that need to hit on that. You know what I'm saying, dog? You know? But shouts out to Big Homie D and Kareem, man. Starting off this podcast, you know what I'm saying? Real early in the game. So once we pulled on, after that, that's just when Radical Rail come on this joint. You know what I'm saying? And from that point on, it's been the Third Perspective podcast. You know what I'm saying, dog? We've been doing this thing. We had almost 12,000 downplays on our podcast. And I appreciate everybody from worldwide that got us to this point. Thank you a whole lot. You know what I'm saying, dog? Worldwide, coast to coast, Pennsylvania to Cincinnati, wherever you at, we appreciate it a whole lot. You know what I'm saying, dog? We was just growing into a podcast, you know what I'm saying? And this we got plenty, we got a ceiling that we're trying to reach, you know what I'm saying? We just, right now, we're getting to the point where now we can do things, reach out and do things as a bona fide podcast could do, put it like that. Because we got way more catalog than any podcast out there. I'm not even talking DMV no more. I'm just talking about podcasting period now. You know what I'm saying? It's not a podcast out there that got more catalog than we do. Put it like that. And I don't want, to me, 2 years is a lot. I mean, it's long, but it's not that long in podcast world, for real. Not long enough for us, as we put up almost 200 videos on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, and Twitch and Twitter. 2 years doing that, niggas ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Almost 100 Spotify, Google Podcasts, all those joints, almost 100 joints on those. You know what I'm saying? So that's grinding. So it's not a lot of podcasts that they can say they done that. So you can look on YouTube and see our history. Like, we're not playing with you. You know what I'm saying? You can look on Twitter and see the history is not playing. It's no playing. You know what I'm saying? We podcast, and once we got into this thing, then we all was like, yeah, we're going to do this thing now. You know what I'm saying? So we will really be podcasting out this bitch. You feel me? We're going to grow as podcasters, you know what I'm saying? Learn as we go, you know what I'm saying? And build and upgrade our equipment, just get better and better, you know what I'm saying? It's better than when we started with at the beginning, just on the phone. Me and Ray, just talking on the phone type shit, you know what I'm saying? Recording that shit. That's how we were at the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Always to that. And you can go back on our videos, man, like on early videos, like our first video, me, Radical Rail, and Big Homie D, man. I'd be looking at that joint like, it was only 2 years ago, but it just looks crazy as fuck, man. Like, looking at that joint, man, it's like, damn, we came a long way though, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. When I look back on it, it's just like, it's been a journey, yeah. Going almost 12,000 downplays. It's just, I just never thought of that. Like I always said, I always looked at 50 people was good enough for me. You know what I'm saying? 50 people just listen to us on a regular. I ain't give a fuck about it. That was been good. Once you start getting up with 11 G's and shit, you way past anything I was thinking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking about podcasting where that many people listen to you. You know what I'm saying? So now, to me, I'm one of the motherfuckers. Once I'm doing something now, I can't let you be better than me. You know what I'm saying, dog? So I'm not gonna let you out podcast me. You ain't gonna do that. So your podcast ain't gonna be better than mine. Then. You know what I'm saying, dog? So that goes for any fucking body. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if it's Joe Rogan in them. Or who the fuck now? I don't care no more. At first, I was looking at them as the guiding of the podcast where you want to be. You feel me? Now I feel like I'm on the level where fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I'm no podcast just like you are. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no different. And then you can go back and look at the history. Nigga, I got a catalog for your ass. So it ain't like I'm just saying I'm a podcast today and wasn't doing nothing yesterday, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? This has been done. There's a history of this shit. You know? Real podcasters now from DC, Southeast, Northeast, Maryland. You know what I'm saying? We podcasting. That's us. You know? What you think, Rick?
I mean, I knew we was gonna be all right with it. After we did the first few ones, and chemistry was there, and I was like, all right, see how it is. It's good. Like you said, Victor Homie D, he had his moments, and he shined out. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I wish he would have kept going with it. He had a good voice with it, but then Jake creeped up in here, kept the momentum rolling. It was still good. But 2 years flew by, like you said, We went from not knowing how to work that audio and everybody going on.
It's crazy.
Now that's gonna be crispy.
It's crazy, yeah.
They were like, hey, man, we watched the first one, now we watched the other one. Yeah, it's crispy now. We had to learn. It was a curve. Like you said, we was learning. And some of you could tell. Yeah. On podcast, big static in it, the early days. Some days, we ain't know there wasn't no sound.
No bullshit.
Everybody in text us ain't no sound nowadays. I was like,
the whole podcast, whole thing we was doing something this shit. Niggas gonna hear shit.
And we talking, having a good conversation. The whole 10 minutes went by. Ain't nobody heard nothing.
Those were the best podcasts too. We couldn't even air them bitches.
Yeah, it's about what it is. We got its grinding points. You know what I'm saying? Pandemic, life, everything in it.
But been through that shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's fun. I view it as a relaxing tool. You know what I'm saying? I love to talk shit. Everybody know I love to talk shit. I love to talk shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm quiet, and you know what I'm saying? We ain't talking good shit yet, but in real life, everybody who know me know I talk good shit. So it's a platform to do that. You know what I'm saying? Constructive good shit. You know what I'm saying? It's random shit. I gotta educate Dre sometimes. Only fan. They educate me sometimes. So that's how I go. But it's good to bounce it off. It's boring. Talking about yourself, you know what I'm saying?
I tried that. It did not work. There's a lot of people on these joints that do that shit. These
but
live
they
joints.
Pre-record. It's different when you live. Like if I were to chop myself up, I can make me sound good. You know what I'm saying? But if you just straight live and you straight doing it, you gotta have somebody talk to you. I don't know how they be like, oh, you ain't doing it for more than like 15, 20 minutes out of the day. Talking to the head. 2 years.
True, that's true.
Yeah.
That all our podcasts are live. I don't think nobody do that. In fact, I'm sure nobody does live podcasts.
They pre-record that. Like how we do it, they probably do 3 podcasts in 1 week. But they record it all in 1 day. Just put that shit out later.
That's another thing how other podcasts can go smoother because they're cutting shit out. They slicing this and then it goes smooth. You know what I'm saying? Our joint just pure live. It's like we sitting in your living room. You know what I'm saying? We hear it's just live. You know what I'm saying? Now we been live on all our podcasts. Check our history out too, man. Since we started this, dog, 2 nights a week, y'all gonna see it. Y'all gonna look at it like, damn, you niggas be going like shit. Yes, we do. We grinders. You know what I'm saying, dog? It's this podcast, boy. I'm trying to tell you. Shouts out to everybody DMV that podcast. We appreciate you a whole lot. But you ain't out grinding us. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? It ain't done. It won't be happening. Jay, it ain't happening, Jay. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Yeah.
But that's what's up, man. What you think ever since you came in the joint? How you feeling?
Generally, all right. You know, we talk our shit. You know, freestyling. You know, trending topics. Just we don't do no Wendy Williams shit here. You know, we don't do
No tea.
tea
None of that shade shit.
and shade. No, what's that? Conspiracy theories. And shit.
No.
No, we don't do none of that. You know, we brawl like dick going inside.
Live, uncut, nigga. What's wrong with y'all?
Live, uncut, raw.
You know? Y'all ever thought about, y'all ever seen, when you watch Joe Rogan or somebody before you podcast, did you ever think about podcasting when you looked at it?
I ain't never really looked at Joe Rogan joint.
Or who I'm thinking about? Joe Budden?
I ain't really look at his either. What I used to do is, I usually listen to, when I go to work, come home from work, I listen to XM radio, whatever. By the time I get home from work, it's I listen to a few sports talk shows, big shows, whatever.
That's the thing, yeah.
But the problem with those is that they on the TV, but while they on TV, they on TV and they have the record system there too. While they talking, they debating about the same shit. First Take whatever, Undisputed, same way. Max J. Will, who's that? Keyshawn, Max and J. Will. J. Will Max. Shows like those, or Get Up, NFL, whatever. They get on TV, they record, and then they put it out on the radio.
Yeah.
At the same time. You know what I'm saying? And call it ESPN Radio, Fox Radio, whatever.
Yeah.
Sneak peek.
Yeah, basically. It's like something to listen to when you go home or whatever. Outside blasting music. That's what I do too.
I don't know. I was a Howard Stern fan, right? But when I looked at him, I never imagined me doing that, right? But I always liked what he did and shit. Even when you go over to like people like Stephen A. and them doing just sports, you know what I'm saying? It was like the same thing. You'll be like, I can do that though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, another joint I used to listen to on the radio was Rude Jude.
Who?
Got Rude Jude, Shade 45. The nigga, he used to be on the Jenny Jones show back in the day.
Wow. That was my joint, Jenny Jones.
That was.
He used to be,
That regulate, huh? That was your morning get up.
I
I
forgot
forgot
about
about them
Ricky
too.
Lake.
Man. Them reality shows too. I look at them as reality shows.
Yeah, because he used to have the Wild Teens on there.
See, this getting a little bit off topic, but yeah, I ain't like those shows because those shows exploited people, right? Like today, those same shows exploit people. Like you go in there, joint, they give you money to get there, right?
Yeah.
And then you go home. But them personally, they make so much money off the episode.
Mhm.
It get replayed and all types of shit. And then it's the only thing, the host itself is not even a person that people coming to see. They come to see the disaster that he talking to. Like Jerry Springer
Maury.
or Maury. They sitting there quiet like a white man do.
Yeah.
But everybody here is bringing people to their station. To their, feel me? There's nothing about them that's bringing you there. It's the people that's coming on there. Then nobody gets paid for that. Like the lesbians they bring on there, or the strippers they bring on there, you know what I'm saying? That Howard Stern, not Howard Stern, but Jerry Springer, they getting paid off that. And in reality, the white man himself is not making a fool of himself. You know what I'm saying? He just standing there with the mic.
Looking at y'all making
Yeah. And he go home with all the money, all the fame, but you was the jackass on the show. No money. Ain't that some shit?
Like I was looking at
Replayed all over it for years and years, getting paid off that shit. You didn't get enough.
like a little while ago, you know, they had the girl, you know, the girl that got missing at DC General.
Yeah.
I was just flicking channels one day and I was like, hold on. They was talking about, you know, the missing girl from DC General. And she was on Steve Wilkos. You know, my main man would be like, get the fuck off the stage.
Yeah. Okay, get off my stage.
And they throw a chair. So get the fuck off my stage.
He would bring a rapist on stage and say, okay, get off my stage. Like, nigga, what? You brought him there, though, yeah? You don't need no rapist on the stage. No child molester up here. Get off my stage. You brought me here, though. Fuck around with you. Again, those are the people. Now, again, I can say Steve Wilkos himself, he kind of make his show. He the star of his show. I'm not going to say the people going there to make that show right there. But most of those shows, the personality of the person, like you said, Maury and Jerry Springer, they had not the personality that bringing people to watch that shit. You know what I'm saying? Him standing there saying, I'm giving my final thoughts. Nobody give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? We don't see what we need to see. We turned on the final thoughts, nigga.
Jerry had some good one-liners. Set that man up. He always had a good one-line.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, every time.
Most of his shit was motherfucking Steve breaking shit up, which got him a show. You know what I'm saying? Steve was the one always breaking. He was the bodyguard coming breaking shit up all the time.
Yeah,
when niggas start fighting.
He used to be on Jerry Springer.
Yeah. Breaking shit up. And that's it. Everybody becoming stars off niggas, like regular niggas, average Joes like us, and bringing their problems onto this show. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. And they make their living off that. Jerry Springer never thought he'll make so much money off of just standing there letting people be booed fools themselves. He never thought that. He was a lawyer. He did all this shit. He ain't make no money off none of this. He was a mayor. All this shit. He get behind the mic and let niggas do whatever the fuck they do at home on front end of the mic, and he gets paid for it. Ain't that some shit? No talent at all for this shit, though. You give him credit, though. He's one of the ring, yeah. But you can't remember Bay. What's this nigga name? Bay. I remember his last name was Bay. He had shows like that first, before Jerry Springer.
You said who?
I think his name was Bay.
What?
Something Bay.
Phil Donahue?
He had shows before. He used to smoke Downey Jr. too. He used to smoke cigarettes. He was smoking cigarettes doing shows. Remember that shit?
I remember
Downey Jr. ass nigga.
I remember.
He used to have the joints with that motherfucker, skinheads, all that shit on his shit. Again, you bring people on there that makes your show, and you really not nothing. Like, you ain't gonna bring me on your show. I'm gonna bring my motherfucking girl on here, my side bitch. We gonna be on here arguing. You gonna fuck my whole life up, and I'm just gonna get back on the train and go home.
Right.
Like, nah, nigga. Meanwhile, you got so many checks from the stations, your reruns, all this shit going on, nigga. You got me fucked up, and y'all expect motherfucking quarterbacks to stop because they ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, me too. What's wrong with y'all? I'm part of this.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, take my motherfucking episode off, nigga. Don't show me. Don't do me. Don't show me and my girl arguing, nigga, and throwing that shit that made your episode like a 9 that day. You know what I'm saying? This shit go out rating. And your shit was high that day because I was on it, nigga. Making a fool out of me and my girl selves. You owe me, man. Like, what's wrong with you?
I remember Sally Jesse Raphael.
Sally Jesse Raphael joint. That's a reality show to me, too.
Reality show, too?
She's had them wild motherfuckers on there, too.
Watch your man Montel. That was a reality show, too.
Montel.
Oh, shit.
Montel.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I knew you sitting out watching all that shit.
How about Montel, young?
Yeah, he ruled the early 90s. That was his shit. Everybody watched Montel.
Montel did rule the 90s.
He ruled the 90s.
You know, I forgot about him, yeah.
Late 90s, Jerry took over. Before Montel.
Montel will.
And then Maury took over 2000s. because people like motherfuckers like you skip school, go home, watch shit.
But you know, at the end, he said they be making them results up. He said some of them results made, bro.
Who?
Maury, at the end of the show, if y'all ever listen to the ending credits, they put it in there that the test results be fake sometimes.
Oh, go ahead, yeah.
That do that shit for TV, man. There ain't no way that bitch. You know how many niggas you fuck.
Why would you go on these shows?
Yeah,
Who
still,
do
they
this,
would know.
yo? And it's sad how you know some people that been on these shows before. It's like, why would you be on it? Why would you go on this shit, yeah?
And he bring back people talking about this is the 7th time he had tested for a 5.
Yeah.
I'm like, bitch, you did the whole county? What's going on?
And then it's only a frame amount of time in 1 month that you can actually get pregnant. You had to fuck all these people in that time frame. Nigga, like, you's a nasty bitch. They even got the cheaters. Y'all fuck with cheaters? I ain't never seen it in a while, or you seen it before?
I said,
Huh? Cheetah?
That used to be funny.
Yes, indeed. The cheaters joint, they motherfuckers be, they catching them in the act. You
I
they
just
motherfuckers-
saw an episode.
Yeah, you see this video right here? Look at him. You looking like that motherfucker.
I just saw an episode.
I know exactly where he at right now.
Just the other day, I just saw an episode, and motherfuckers was chasing Cuz. He was a big guy too, and he was running up the hill. Then he tripped and he rolled down the motherfucker.
Like, nigga, why y'all be running? It's too many cameras and shit out here, yo.
He was running up the hill. He tripped and fell and rolled back down.
Man, them joints be so funny, dog. Getting caught in the act and be funny as shit.
And while he rolling down the hill, the bitch chased him down the hill and kicked him.
You
in
ever
the
seen a
ass.
joint when a nigga snuck in that joint and broke in that joint? His girl was chained up, had an apple in her mouth, all types of shit. Nigga was treated like. He said, "Baby, what are you doing?" That nigga was about to have a heart attack. Like, what are you doing, yo? The bitch was choked. She was tied up like this, dog. Legs tied up, had some shit in the mouth, gagged up. He said, "Baby, what are you doing?"
Fucked up jokes.
She said, "What are you doing here?" Like, this shit was crazy, Slim.
The fucked up episodes when it'd be the guy there and he had his girlfriend and he cheating on her with another nigga.
That type shit too.
Them
Yeah.
jokes be the fucked up jokes.
That
'cause
shit be crazy.
she like, the female be sitting there like, so,
Forgot about that, yeah.
you can't have no pussy no more? What's going on? What, you don't want pussy?
And then them niggas, remember the
female-
white boy got stabbed one time on that joint. They
Yeah.
stabbed this motherfucker bitch ass.
Yeah, he got stabbed.
I'm like the cameraman trying to break it up. I'm
Like-
like, nigga, y'all gonna put the fuck on it. They gonna try to break it up.
No, it's bad enough they be having the film and you cheating and all. Okay,
That damn near, I think that ended the show right there.
but them niggas then be running their mouth saying little slick shit like, "Nigga, shut the fuck up." You know what I'm saying? You trying to talk to your girl, you got the side bitch, she screaming, then you saying dumb shit. Like, no, shut up, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
It's over, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
Gotta stab the shit out your ass.
This nigga in the back of yeah, we just saw him cheating for
Yeah. Why you treating her like that? You supposed to treat women like this? Nigga, if you don't shut the fuck up. Hey,
About to push his ass in the fountain.
no bullshit. I bet y'all can't get. They had that 2 white boys on there. Y'all can't guess who the host is now, though. I seen Cheetahs. They have new episodes on that. The host of that joint now. Y'all won't even never guess who can be the host of that joint.
Nick Cannon.
That would be funny. I don't know. This is even worse than that. Now think about it. What's the nigga name on Love New York? Nah, not Love New York. Love Hip Hop. Love Hip Hop.
Oh,
And he had the
no.
2 bitches on the side. He had one bitch, and he was fucking with this bitch on the side. They found out about each other. They kept on arguing and all that.
Peter
shit.
Guns.
That nigga hosts the joint, yo.
Oh my God.
It's funny as shit, Slim.
Oh my Lord.
Cause niggas cheat. He said, "No, I already know, cause I do the same shit." It's funny as shit. It's like, this is the wrong nigga supposed to be hosting cheaters, though, yo. He's a cheater. You supposed to have somebody that feels for the person that's getting cheated. You feel me? Not an actual cheater. But if you watch these episodes, this nigga is funny as shit. The niggas don't even know who this nigga is, though, yo. Niggas like, One nigga he pushed this nigga down, the nigga smacked him.
Oh, that's why they changed the host.
It's funny as shit. That nigga smacked that nigga now. Nigga said, who the fuck are you? You see, I'm Peter Gunn. Like, fuck you. Oh my God, y'all.
That's why they changed the host. The host that
Oh my God.
that did host the Chiefs.
Peter Gunn's hosting that joint.
had died.
Hold on, what? The one that got stabbed? With the glasses?
No, not Joey Gecko. This is another one.
With a tattoo on his arm?
I think so.
What you mean he died?
Clark James Gable.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died.
He was the one that's recent.
Yeah, he died in 2019.
What you mean? For real?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
The nigga on Cheetah's joint.
Yeah.
White boy, the tall white boy. He young, man. He ain't died.
Oh, he did die.
For real?
Found on February 22nd, 2019, after being found unresponsive earlier that morning. He had overdosed.
What?
Or guess what?
No.
Ding, ding, ding.
Don't tell me that again.
Fentanyl, codeine, and alprazolam. Alprazolam.
Wow. He was 30 years old.
Yep, he was 30 years old.
Damn. Slim, I ain't know he's that young. Bruh.
Oxycodone and fentanyl.
And he was the grandson of Clark Gable. You know who Clark Gable is?
That's his father, John Clark Gable.
Damn. You ain't know he died?
I mean, William Clark.
That's why they changed. I was always sitting there, why they put this clown on here?
Because they had Joey Greco at first.
You talking about the glasses?
Yeah. Then all of a sudden they had this guy on
He was a pain in the ass, the one with glasses.
it.
You gotta have people like him doing that show, man. Cause that shit be funny as shit, yeah. He got stabbed for being an asshole too. But I did not know that man died, yeah.
Yeah, he had died.
That's crazy. That fentanyl. Yeah, that's him right there. Yeah. Damn.
Another fentanyl overdose.
Clark James Gable, former Cheetahs host, dies at 30. Damn.
Shit.
Damn.
He's a baby.
I think he's better. He was a good host too. But it's funny they got motherfucking your man on it. That's the craziest thing ever. Yeah?
Next time, do it at different hotels, man. I don't know if they keep going to the same hotel.
You know? They got smacked on one of them joints, man. Niggas like, fuck you. Nigga, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, they all be saying that. Like, who are you?
Because he think he's so famous that people think he know. You know what I'm saying? Nigga like, oh, fuck you, nigga. Fuck you. Fuck out of here. Get these cameras out of here. So we had a few hosts. We had Joey Greco. That was a long time when it first started. We had Tommy. Then we had Clark James Gable. Yeah. And then, yeah. That's fucked up. Now you got Peter Gunn. Peter Gunn. So anybody out there watching that, check that joint out, man. He funny on that joint, though. For sure. He be funny as shit, yo.
Get that camera out my face.
Cause nigga be saying some dumb shit. Like nigga was in that joint cheating, but they was fucking in the car, right? And when they came up to him, they was like, man, y'all need to get back in the car with y'all like to do what y'all like to do. She's like, what? Y'all ain't know what you nigga. Hookah? See that? You in that car. Fuck wrong with you? Nigga funny as shit on it. He got a cigar and shit. He funny on that joint. I give him that. But I like the other white boy better because I don't want you to be funny. I don't want you to be a cheater. I want you to be a person that's standing there like, this is not right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be a person that just
You can't relate to that.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. You gotta be like, that is not right. Like the white boy was doing the first one, they got stabbed. Like, you're not supposed to treat your wife like this.
I was looking at that. Joey Greco was the one that got stabbed. It said 2003. He got stabbed by a chick boyfriend because he came out with the camera and didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Like, nigga, fuck out of here. He was like saying a little stupid shit like a psychiatrist would be saying to you. Like, or you're fucking a police officer or something. Like, you need that person. Like Peter Gunn's like, yeah, nigga, yeah, I like why you did that type of shit. Nah, nigga. Smacking that damn. That day dudes try to smack him was funny as shit, man. Like, nigga, I don't know you. Fuck you. Get these cameras out of here. Cheaters, man. That's funny as shit, though.
The jump started early 2000, like
Cheaters?
like late 90s.
Cheaters?
Yeah.
It had to be in 2000 somewhere, though.
It was like 2001, something like that.
Yeah.
No, it's been around for 20 years now.
Almost, hell yeah. That's crazy, son.
That motherfucker.
Y'all heard about Bone, though, you know?
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Gonna be in them verses, boy. Hold on. Verses, I mean, then we verse who?
3-6
Mafia.
And they used to be beefing back in the day too.
Thanks. DJ Paul gonna smoke squash or nothing wrong with it.
Huh?
It's not even a matchup right here, though.
Now the question is Juicy J will be there. Cause Juicy J be on some.
Be there. Crunchy gotta be there. And Pat. Spring a little chat right there. You should be all right.
Yeah, they all gotta be there.
They all got.
My thing is, I don't know if you got all the bone there though.
You don't need them, but
yeah, Audubon will be there. It should.
They don't have what, an hour and a half? That's about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Bone.
Nah, they had two.
They had 2 strong albums.
Yeah. Cause when they was with Easy, they made one. Then they made 2 with Easy, really.
East 99 and
Yeah, then
Creeping from the Come Up.
they ain't had no more after that.
Okay.
I think everything after that was singles. They tried to do single shit.
And it would be like some of them. It don't be all of them.
They did
2 or 3 of them.
Some of them was completion albums. Like greatest
yeah.
hit, completion albums and their greatest hits and shit.
A lot of Bone shit, 3-6 shit sound the same though. Same repetitive beats, but got a lot of that shit.
Well, see, the thing about that, I heard that rumor, an article that I read that it was like some local DJ that was there used to make these beats, and they kind of grabbed these beats from him, but they also got 3-6 Mafia kind of went in the background, and like DJ Paul got a son, and somebody else got a kid, and they like a duo group, and they called the Seed of Six. The Seed of Six. They all right though. They be cranky though. They be cranky.
Yeah, you can't get 3-6 shit mixed with Pat shit. That'll be an issue right there. Cause a lot of they shit. You know what I'm saying?
But see, 3-6 had people. Then you got Mo Thugs, like the Mo Thug family.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Which some trash, right?
yeah, it was. But
It's about even, but I think 3-6 got it now.
because remember it was full members when they first came out, but the 5th member was in jail. That was Flesh and Bone. Flesh and Bone was in jail.
I think most of them should be able to make it there. They all. I don't think they locked up in that.
Yeah, they about to do a tour too.
Everybody going around.
After this, they gonna do a tour.
Who?
They should go to both.
Oh, you talking about the
Both
verses?
sides.
I did versus. They going on tour.
Shit,
36 might do it too.
They might as well go to tour together.
What's the name of them on tour now?
Master
Bow
P.
Wow and what's his name?
Yeah, the Millennium Tour.
Trying to make that money.
I told y'all. I knew that shit.
I knew that
That's what he
shit.
said. They love Three Six. They love Bone too, but Bone guy, you know what I'm saying, straighten up, you know. Shit, I don't know why he ain't going to no Luma tour. Put them all together, had that down south shit. People don't be thinking. Everybody agree. You know, P gonna get his money, so.
Pete got his. They got their tour together.
I remember when the No Limit tour was here. Every feed I saw on my Facebook page had that fucking tour. I was like, damn, why y'all want to see No Limit?
Oh,
The whole timeline had that fucking No Limit on there. I was like, oh, y'all motherfuckers was there.
And the other thing about it is, we gotta remember, some members did, you know, flop around a little bit, like Fraser Boy, Fiend, and them. They was with 3-6 too,
Yeah.
and then they went to No Limit after a while, or vice versa. And then you got people like the Goody Mob. They was bouncing around a little bit.
You didn't know about the Goody Mob. Hey, man, Dre didn't know about it.
Goody Mob, yeah, I just fuck with him.
No, he ain't know nothing about Goody Mob. All he knew about was OK.
Okay, that's
Nothing
nice
about the
too.
Goody Mob.
Okay, that's nice too.
They came out relatively all together, right? It's
No,
just
OK came out before them, but they came like
right after that Tuesday.
I ain't know about them either though. But my brother used to listen to that shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
We talking about Busy Bone, Lazy Bone, Crazy Bone, Flesh and Bone.
Wish.
Came out Ruthless Records in late 1993. Creeping On, Coming Up, and Thuggish Ruggish Bone.
My
Thuggish Ruggish.
Love money. You know,
And what was that joint? First of the month?
Yeah, get your checks and come on.
Get your check and come on. It's the first of the month. Easy E was the man that brought them niggas up out of that thing. That was like his only group he brought out.
I don't know if y'all know this, but lesser known fact, before they even went on Ruthless Records, you know, they had their own little thing called Bone Enterprises. They was like straight teenagers, like I'm talking about 16, 17. And they came out with Bone Enterprises. And they had a CD, but they had an album that came out with that too.
Now, first of the month
Well,
wasn't even
people
on the
see-
first month. I mean, on their first album.
It was a
Second album.
yeah, what I'm saying, with the Crossroads jump, with the Easy Dad.
Crossroads, yeah.
With that, they played Shy that night. You know.
East 90.
Yeah, on the
They got a Grammy in that joint, man.
on the jukebox channel. He used to play shit out of that first of the month song.
Yeah, I believe it.
Especially on the first of the month.
Oh no, they had 3 hours, my nigga. The third one had Big Pun on that joint and Tupac.
Oh,
Oh no, that was some trash. I remember that joint.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was about to say, what up, dog?
That was
Hold up,
trash.
yeah, I
I
remember.
remember that. Oh.
you said
Biggie,
Big
the
Pun.
joint with Biggie on that joint. I
That was the
remember.
joint with Biggie and Tupac on the joint.
Yeah,
That was after they both died.
yeah.
They kind of voiced them over on these songs.
When I think Biggie did the Notorious Bone jump before he died, Puppy was getting mad at that nigga because he was out there doing everybody out. You know, Biggie didn't give a fuck. But yeah, it should be decent. I don't know, but 3-6 got all the popular hits.
I don't know. That's close.
3-6 got
Bone got like 4 winners.
Bone might run them out the pocket, yeah.
No, that one got 4. Thuggish Ruggish Bone, you name that.
Huh?
Crossroads might be some shit up there. But everybody ain't listening to that 3-6 Mafia jump.
I'm gonna be honest with you. 3-6 got all the albums, but they ain't had all the hits.
I ain't got no hit.
I'm naming 5 of Apostle from Bone. I got at least 10 from 3-6.
Because 3-6 came out since what, 91? Shit. 91, 92.
Yeah, they ain't really get good at like 97. I remember until they did To the Club. Then after that, they started doing a lot of shit.
But you
Oh,
remember
yeah.
they was 666 Mafia at first. They weren't 3-6 Mafia. It was 666 Mafia. They came out with like 3-4 albums before that.
666 Mafia.
Yeah, underground joints. They came out with some.
But I got a feeling they're gonna be
underground
playing some new shit. They ain't even gonna play the real shit. They're gonna be hearing shit that ain't make it on the album. I'm like, I don't want to hear this shit. Niggas start playing that moody and shit like that. Play my shit, you know what I'm saying? Take it back to 03, 04. You know what I'm saying? You had the whole motherfucking block, yo. You don't remember that. Jay should though. That's about his time right there. They should remember that.
I remember a lot of them jumps. I remember sipping on some scissor.
Yeah, you can that. There's a lot of people on it. A-Ball was in there, some of them jumps.
8-Ball.
They should bring a lot of people back out.
Sipping on some scissors. Sip. Chicken Head. Who hit that joint? Chicken Head.
That's Project Pat.
That's what I said, yeah. Chicken Head.
That was a single.
Yeah, that was a Pat single. Y'all watch some of that. Some of them jumps is just Pat.
Chicken Head. The Chicken Head joints is shit though. Chicken.
Now, however, 3-6. I mean, Bone did have some singles themselves.
He named them all. He literally named them. There's only one hand. That's about it. There's only one hand.
I did like
And
some of the songs later though, like what is it? BTN Resurrection. Some of the songs on there. Weed song, you know.
That wasn't even them. That was busy. One of them did that on their own. That wasn't in it.
Yeah, no.
See, can we bring that in there? That's a solo project.
No. That was the BTN Resurrection, Bone Thugs Harmony joint. But it had like 3 good singles on there. That was it.
I don't know. Bone 3. Bone gonna beat that shit easy, man.
I don't know. It might be.
They got Days of Our Lives. All right, then you got Third Records Bone.
Douglas Records, Bone, Fresh in the Mud.
Yeah, and then it depends on what they put up against 3-6 with.
No. But
Crossroads.
you missing the point though. Like
I'm counting
that Thuggish Records Bone tape. That whole joint will rock your whole brain off your head. What do you mean? 3-6 Mafia joint won't do
But
that.
you don't know what 3-6 gonna throw at that.
No. We
They
talking
might
about the
throw something
whole joint with crank though.
They might throw that hard out here for a pimp out there. Fuck your whole game up.
No.
You know, they wrote that whole song. You know what I'm saying?
That whole joint gonna crank though, yeah.
You want to see it, dog? The 3-6 gonna have you dancing. You know, once you win the crowd.
The Crossroads joint itself got too many hits on it. Just Crossroads. That joint got too many hits on it.
You talking about the second album?
Crossroads?
Yeah. Yeah, that was the second.
Mainstream.
The Eternal, 1999 joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, dog. This way gonna get hit, Slim.
No, you ain't named with 3.
360 Mafia?
You ain't named with 3.
Huh?
You ain't named with 3 good strong hits off that album. Dog.
You gotta go back to 666 first. 666 been around like 30, 40. I mean, they both been around for a long time, but
660 Mafia?
both groups.
Yeah, well, 6 Mafia ain't got more hits than fucking Bone though, yeah.
They did. Bone stopped after 98, making real hits.
What?
6 Mafia started cranking up from like all the way from 99 to 2008. They had nothing but hits. You won't see. That's when they became popular, especially after they won that Academy Award for that hard hit pimp song.
Let's see. Sipping on some scissors.
Sipping on some scissors.
Stay Fly Mafia. Stay Fly, popping my collar.
Yeah.
Slide with my knobby.
That's gonna win right there too.
Slide with my knobby.
Yeah. Hey, that's a winner right there.
Late night tip. This is where it goes downhill for me though, right here. This one song, Lolly Lolly. I ain't never heard this song.
Hold on, what?
Some song named Lolly Lolly.
Lolly Lolly.
It came out 2008. The last 2 walk. It was the album for DJ Paul and Juicy J last album together. That was supposed to be 3-6 Mafia still, but okay.
They bring Miley Cyrus out there or something. They might fuck y'all head up. Y'all don't know what they might do.
Tear the Club Up. That was 666. That was a 666 joint. Side to side, where the bud. Riding spinners. I forgot about that one. That's my baby mama. You know, my child support.
That's another hit right there.
Yeah, I don't know about that, yeah.
Hey, that Jay Sherry song right there.
Most of them joints kind of.
They all the same though.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
two-way free. The two-way
You don't
free.
like that one either. It should be a decent one. Rap thing ain't gonna be a clear walk away.
It's gonna be a blowout, you know?
No.
You tripping.
Bone don't have the stage performance either.
Who?
Bone don't have no stage performance. Some niggas be all like, I'm like, y'all move up. You know, DJ jumping around and all that shit.
No, they ain't gonna be like
But
Bow
Paul
Wow.
ain't
No.
doing all that. Paul be in the cut.
They be too old for that shit.
They ain't gonna be like
you
Bow
know,
Wow.
DJ Paul with his little hand. You know, he got a little hand on the side. Get scratch
I
your
thought his
back.
arm was broke or something. Something was wrong with it.
Nah, when he grew up, he was born like that. You know, he got that little, you know, main man from Scary Movie.
Yeah.
He got that little hand.
I got Bone in this one though. Easy.
I'm gonna name
Bone got this one.
I'm gonna name Mace songs.
Bone,
Bone
bone,
Thugs,
bone, bone.
Ruggish Buck, Thuggish Bone, The Crossroads, For the Love of Money,
For the love of money.
First of the Month, Thug Love.
Gotta get that money, man. Instead of that St. Eyes.
I tried so hard.
Gotta get that money, man.
That's all right.
Instead of that St. Eyes. Gotta get that money, man. Shit. Bone get on stage, man. They gonna have niggas zoning out, Slim. Trying to tell you, Slim. That first of the month joint tight, too.
Get
It's
that
the
paper,
first of the
paper, paper,
month.
paper, paper, paper. Ain't no thing on me, son. Gotta give me some. Get that paper, 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 paper.
Man. He gonna, yeah, dog.
If I can teach the world, be a
Thug and harmony. Yeah, you real don't know about that shit, dog. I ain't like that joint with him and Ice Cube. I ain't like that shit. Bone and Ice Cube joint.
Higher, higher, baby. Give me some.
But the motherfucker,
So high.
the motherfucker
weed song.
Crossroads gonna take him.
The weed song.
Crossroads can get him over the hump.
These are the days of our lives.
Yeah. You don't know about that.
Look into my eyes.
Oh my
and
God,
tell
my man just played a shit out of that song. I was like, nigga, that's all he played. He had that thing. I ain't never knew a CD had only one song that motherfucker. That song was only on that CD.
Playing that joint over and over.
Over and over again. The whole song, every verse, word for word. I was like, you don't stop playing this shit.
That's crazy. This is the podcast for the 9-to-5ers, though. Average Joes. We get at taking all trending topics. And we call that, the Third Perspective 2-year anniversary, dog. 2 years. 2 years. Ha ha ha! That went past. With a quickness. You know what I'm saying, dog? I didn't even know Stevie J stopped fucking with Shorty, man.
Yeah, they filed divorce. Damn, that's fucking crazy. But
Maybe somebody crazier than you, huh?
nah, she was too conservative for him. But
No,
To
something
be-
else.
What?
No, I don't think she was out there. I think she was talking a lot of shit to that nigga.
I don't know. It's hard for me to put my finger on what's happening here. We already know he's a wild motherfucker, right?
she not
Something
wild.
had to happen to have him so quiet all these years. Like, she can't be as wild as him.
But
Like, what's wild as him is Shorty he was fucking with. Jocelyn, yeah. She didn't like him cheating behind her back.
She want to eat them. She want them bitches eat her out, huh?
You know, she wanted first licks. She wanted first licks. What's wrong with you?
the problem I had with the marriage anyway is that you marrying a dead best friend's wife.
Oh yeah,
Who
boy.
gives a fuck? Man, he been dead for a minute now. She need love too. She
Man,
gotta get
I know
pregnant.
somebody fucked her since Biggie died. So.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
I mean, somebody fucked her since Biggie died.
Think.
Why I gotta be a right hand man?
Yeah, he should have
the
been.
first.
He should have done something different. I don't know what he was thinking.
He was the first, but damn sure won't be the last.
I knew that shit won't last anyway. That was a waste of time.
It was just a waste of time. I was just saying, let's get married.
I just confused on what made him fuck with her like that.
I mean, maybe he saw her from back in the day. Like, down there, want to clap those cheeks.
Maybe it's one of those joints like I want to hit. She one of them bras. You got go through a lot of shit to fuck.
Yeah, that's right.
Like,
Good.
come on, let's get married.
Yeah, that type shit.
Nah, I ain't doing all that. You ain't doing all that. Like, take that in a minute now.
Because some girls know your personality, know what you know what I'm saying, what people perceive you as. So to them, they like, you ain't getting nothing. You gonna get married, me, man. You ain't doing me like
This
that.
shit
You know
was
what
a
I'm
little
saying?
funny. I mean, the way, them coupleism, them matching like that, it's funny. Like, who matched y'all?
True.
How the fuck that happened?
He matched himself. It's just something you want to get at, you know?
He
Put it
was.
in the right
You ain't
spot,
say
right
who matched you.
I understand he tried to knock the cobwebs off the pussy, but
You tell you somebody else was already doing
Yeah,
it.
somebody had to fuck.
Somebody digging that down thing.
He wasn't. Biggie wasn't the last one to fuck her.
I already know that.
I'm about to say. She ain't got that type of willpower.
Can't be. But she probably wouldn't fuck with nobody like that.
That's like Lil' Kim. I mean, everybody hit that jump, but
That's what I don't understand. Most of these bras.
did she have a baby that looked like?
But again, she
Did
gonna be
y'all
so
see-
old.
Did you see the baby?
Who?
Lil' Kim baby.
Nah. She had a baby?
Yeah, some dude,
No.
but he was beating her up, and they got divorced or whatever.
Dang.
But
They don't know that they don't know how to
but the
change.
baby that she had looks like fucking Biggie. Got the cockeye and all that.
Damn.
Just light skin. That's it. Got the same lazy eye.
I ain't see
Come
that.
on, Faith.
No,
No,
Lil' Kim.
I
I'm
ain't see it.
saying, Faith on him, man. They look just like Biggie. Just like you said, light skin.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, the boy. Yeah.
Yeah, they look just like Biggie. Just light skin. He had the fucked up eye and everything.
Lil' Kim had a baby like that,
How that happen?
but looked like Biggie. But Biggie, of course, ain't do nothing with it.
He smashed that up repeatedly.
I mean, back in the day, yeah, but not recently,
Yeah,
of course.
I never forget that shit. They pump her stomach. She had so much nothing. I was like, how you even go to the hospital for that?
Who?
Lil' Kim had to pump her stomach. She ate too many kids.
That's what they say.
Nah, they pumped her stomach for a reason. She had too much vitamin D, though.
That's what they say.
You got to throw up. You got to make yourself throw up. You don't go to the hospital with your stomach. You put it in there early that shit up, Jay.
You know?
Just keep your pride, you know?
Yeah, that's
Probably one of them nuts that had some diseases. So
No, you get too much in there. That reminds me, man. Now, anybody watch porn? No.
I ain't said too much.
Hey, they know this joint called Ghetto Gaggers. Everybody know about that.
what the
Okay.
So everybody know about Ghetto Gaggers, right? When the white boys be in that joint treating them girls like some motherfucking trash.
Everybody back of the head, making them throw up, all that shit.
Yeah.
You like that shit, huh?
So it's a little girl, it's a broad that went on the joint a couple of weeks ago and got treated like complete garbage, right? But niggas have put this shit all on Facebook and them grandmother flicked off and shit, yeah.
Oh.
I'm like, shawty, you ain't know your daughter, granddaughter was doing this shit? This can't be a surprise, yeah. Cause I'm gonna tell you, them white boys treat them bitches bad on that joint still. One day, look, dog,
They be treating them.
she making them bit they shit. It make you want to shoot these niggas. Like, you're not supposed to treat my babies like that, man. What's wrong with you? Like, no. What's wrong with y'all? Like, any bitch that signed up to go on that, you got issues, first of all. To get treated like that, yeah. It looked like some old slavery shit, Slim.
Yeah.
Like
Back
niggas
up.
treating black girls like some complete some trash, really.
Yeah, get that shit back up. You don't.
It's a throw up activity fest. Like,
Eat
what
that
the
shit.
fuck is this?
It's-
Yeah, eat it.
Yeah, eat it.
It's like they treating them bad on there, yeah. So the girl grandmother going on social media, like she wrote a long ass, a diary on that bitch. Like, nigga, we don't want to talk to you no more. Mama, and we ain't raised you to do that, first of all. You know what I'm saying? Don't call us. We ain't got nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jesus. It was disgusting, my nigga. I mean, it's one thing to do porn, you ain't gonna be disgusted of that, but shit. Have a white man beat the helly shit out you and make you eat shit.
Move your hand.
Like, no.
We ain't doing it. Move your hand. Take it off.
Put a boot on your head and shit. No. You can't let them do you like that, though. Fuck wrong with you? Treat her bad, dog, on that joint, man. The shit been trending because her grandma went crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that, baby. Moms ain't having it.
She ain't baby no more.
She can't call mom for shit. Them days over, baby.
Said, hey mom, let me get some milk. You better tell
No,
him.
but you gotta imagine what I'm saying, though.
You better tell him.
All right,
motherfuckers.
if you don't watch porn, whatever. If you don't watch porn, right? Just look up ghetto gaggers for a minute. It take you 2 seconds to realize this some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? And the bitch did that.
Like
It's a burst. It gotta be a burst into your family. Like, that bitch was on TV like, fuck y'all. She came on her Instagram saying, no, I don't give a fuck about y'all. They gave me 2 G's.
You know?
2 G's to be fucked
Man,
up
to
like
get
that.
treated like it. Jesus. She said I got my bags. So fuck y'all. And I
2
need
G's,
y'all
2 G's
to
ain't
keep
shit.
in
To
mind
be treated like that.
she got her bag. And then take a peek at that. And see what she got her bag for. Like, what the fuck? You don't want to go find these motherfuckers. Like, these white people need to be locked up, my nigga.
She said 22 G's.
No, 2 G's.
200.
$2,000. Yeah.
That's all you get for being a porn star.
And she started getting sites on her. And they paid for my Uber. They paid for my Uber too to get there. Like, what the fuck? You
To
know
be
what
treated like a fucking piece of shit.
Oh my
Man, I'm
god.
Man, I ain't got nothing.
Oh
damn.
my god.
$2,000 is bad, huh?
I'm talking about oh my god. I'm talking about urinations in the bitches' mouths and shit. Like, and then told the bitch don't spit none of it out. I dare you. Anything drip on the side. Now you gotta take another gallon. Hey, I'm looking at this nigga like this nigga still pissing. The fuck? This stuff we had about the bus, young. Like, like I'm being honest. It was so much going on in this thing here, young, that sex is something you wasn't thinking of. Like,
Sex ain't there no more.
no, you think, what are y'all doing?
Now you
Had the bitch choked up, threw the bitch wig, yanked her wig off. No, my nigga, look at this joint though. So you know how bitches got that thing stitched in. Main man said, all right, if you let that shit slide out one more time, it came out. She said, all right, take it off. I don't want to laugh, but he treated like complete garbage, bro, nigga. Real, yank the bitch wig off. Just yank it off.
So you need that.
Like, next time you let it slip out. She no bad, y'all. Smacking that bitch with leather gloves. Shut up. Hey, I know her parents like, bitch, don't come in for Thanksgiving for shit. Fuck wrong with you. Hey, dog, the throw up shit, I don't know what this was. It was some white shit. Like, my nigga. And she was upside down and shit was on it. The fuck? And then she tried to wipe, smacked her hand there. Don't wipe that bitch. Bitch drowning in her throat, man. Shit, no. This is not even sexual.
Niggas get off seeing females humiliated.
That's the name. I don't know what it is. It's not sex.
It's simulation.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
You gotta be embarrassed for a whore.
She did all that for fun.
For a whore
She got
to
her bag.
do that.
No, she got her back.
You're not even a whore though.
For your grandmother to find out.
It's tough.
It's like-
stuff.
It's like
She did that shit.
it's like she called over there. It's like
I should find grandma tweet.
grandma be like, "Hey, Grandma, let me get some milk. You better go tell 8 of the motherfuckers to give you some milk.
Them niggas that pour all that shit in your face, bitch.
Put all that milk on your damn face. That cum milk.
That was grandmas too, dude.
The
They ain't gonna let you
creamy-ass
never
milk.
forget nothing, yo. Anything you say, they're gonna put that in. You right. Grandmas don't never forget shit.
You got about 8 niggas ramming up in you. You better ask them motherfuckers for some milk.
And what was all that shit pouring in your face? That shit is, hey, dog. And for her not to be embarrassed, you know, it's like, I'm so, dog, my nigga.
You embarrassed about what? You did it.
Obviously, first of all, you got a grandma first.
And?
Obviously, grandma's on the internet.
The other part is, do she have kids?
Grandma on the
When
internet.
you do, they're gonna know.
Yeah.
Maybe not now. One
Yeah.
day.
So people don't think about that. If you have kids and they grow up, you know, on the internet, and your name is Creamy Yummy, and look at shit up like, damn, that's my mama. She got a big fat dick in her mouth. God damn.
That's how I got all my shit, huh? Damn, mommy slipping. We looking a little slumpy around here. Well,
Not good.
That's reality. That's how it's always been, though. Just now is you can video. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody can look it up.
That's not the point. I mean, your females was always doing it. You know what I'm saying?
It's just-
I mean, 70, 60.
It's just sitting there looking at your mama on the internet making spit bubbles with niggas come. That's not where it's at though.
Hey, she had to get,
Exactly.
hey, she had to get you Pampers. How you think that gonna happen?
She's making spit bubbles with nut.
That's what happened, y'all. You know? It's rough out here. That's the problem now. Females got out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? You can't get them cheap like you used to no more. They want a rapper, so you gotta marry these bitches. You know?
Pretty much.
And you doing all that, you know?
I wish I could find grandma a tweet. I ain't look for that shit though. Grandma tweeted a long ass paragraph. Like, fuck that. I don't know her no more. When I go to church, don't ask me about that bitch. That bitch look disgusting. You can't even go back out. If you're a grandmother or something, mother or something, where can you go? This is disgusting.
And she told to do that.
No, it's just not porn though. It's just like another level.
Hey, look.
You know what I'm saying?
I got her at 18. She chose to do what she did after 18, and nothing else I can do about it.
It's like
There's a
a,
better way out there, dog.
it's like another level. Like
you
That's
really
exactly
wanna
what it is. Go gag.
ghetto gagger.
She ain't got time for that. Like I said, I already told her, like, look, I told you the right way. You told her to go another way.
This shit is relatively nasty.
I wish you the best because that career only lasts about 8 years. 4 tops. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get tired of getting dick down.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it. You know what I'm saying? If you fuck all day at the job, you come home, I don't think you want to keep doing it.
They do.
I don't know about that. I'm like, dang, you pussy got beat up today.
They know how to separate that shit.
The nigga that choked you out. Then you go home to a regular ass nigga and he
Not
trying to
good.
do some missionary shit.
That's what I'm
You
trying to
ready,
tell y'all.
You slut it out. That shit ain't gonna work. You like, I'm bored.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I go back to work tomorrow, I gotta go back to work.
Nigga that jumped from a banister up in that pussy, and you come in that joint trying to lay on her.
You trying to make love.
No.
That ain't working.
It ain't gonna work, bro. You gotta start getting something going on in here. Nah, first of all, your girl a whore. That's a problem. Shouldn't try to compete.
She's the whore now.
Try not to compete with this shit, my nigga. You lose. You can't compete.
You compete though?
Nah.
And where you got porn
Even if you
stars
compete
still?
with one of those porn stars, the other porn star can do some other shit you can't do. There's too many porn stars run up in that bitch.
I'm just
Too
saying,
many.
I was porn star, she a porn star.
Too many run up in there though. Too many.
She's taking 2 dicks, one in the mouth, one in the face. You can't compete with that.
Extreme amount. You gotta get that shit pumped out your stomach and get that bitch out of here. That'd be sad if a bitch stop doing that and move cross country. And nigga meet her and fall in love. Hey, without going on the internet yet.
Right. I mean, he kisses her. I mean, tongue slob and
That
kisses
nigga go to work and say, man, this is my girl, man. I'm about to start marrying this bitch. Show his man in the job. Like, nigga, I recognize that face. It'd be 2 weeks. That nigga be like, oh, I recognize your girl from somewhere. I don't know where though. Maybe in school. He let it go. Weeks later, he be like, nigga, I know I met your girl. I see her. So wait, this is where it's at. Pornhub, dog. Hey, this her? Motherfucker, that's her. Yeah, I know it is. I tried to tell you. I couldn't remember where I seen her from, though, dog. I can't remember it.
Hey, what's up, man? How much for one night? I want to
Pretty
see
much.
that guap 3,000.
So when you walk in the door, when you walk in the door, it go. I mean, you know, you ain't got to confront your girl. Just put your dick out and piss on it, and she'll recognize who you is.
Some bitches don't like that. They like it. They get paid for that. They don't like regular niggas do that.
I ain't got none of bitches letting them do what them white boys did to that bitch. Too many girls ain't let you do that. This is disgusting. For real though.
And if
Man.
you could, you don't want to know my that.
Like she, I don't know. I was surprised she held all that piss in her stomach. There had to be a gallon of piss that bitch swallowed. You know, like, bitch, throw up already. Like, what the fuck? And everything come out the corner. Okay, now another gallon. Like, nigga, what are y'all drinking? Y'all niggas still pissing this shit. What the fuck wrong with y'all? The fuck?
That shit is great.
Yeah, it was disgusting because it put the boot on the bitch head and shit. Held that bitch down like this with the head down and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Smacking it, bitch in her face with gloves. It just looked like some slavery shit.
It's like, I challenge you to a dude. Pop, pop.
It just looks slaverish.
I piss on you.
Is that a word, slaverish? It looks slaverish.
Actually,
Like, no, bitch, you got paid to do that.
It's different. It's different levels. I mean,
I don't even think it's enough money to do that.
You got sex, dominatrix sex. You know, dominatrix sex where they get whipped and shit.
You think it's enough money to do all that wild shit?
so you wouldn't let chick do all that to you?
Fuck no.
You wouldn't let that string you up, smack you around?
That's never mind. We're gonna have a podcast. We're gonna have some sex experts on here, and we're gonna talk to them about everything we've been discussing. The toys, what's cheating. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna bring a sex expert on here one day. We're gonna talk to them about this shit.
My people say.
Now I call sex experts are people that's, for example, the one I'm talking about, he owns a sex shop himself. So to me, that starts off being an expert at just sex toys and all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because if you walk in the store, you got to ask the expert. Excuse me.
What the hell are these bees for again? Now we got a trial room over here to the left. I'll show you how to do it. I'll show you exactly the proper way to do this. You know what I'm saying?
So exactly what the bees go, you gotta go right here and go try.
Yeah, right to your
Matter of fact,
It's a trial right here.
that's
Trial
a
room.
trial right here. So what do I do next? Pull your pants over, pull your pants down, and bend over.
Oh my God.
Why am I bending over? You'll see.
Now, it's one question I do want to ask the sex pros, right? Is using a dildo cheating to them?
I remember we had that. I remember
Using your hand cheating?
Huh?
Is using your hand cheating?
Is that cheating though?
Using
'Cause
your hand cheating, right?
It's
there?
funny because I was watching wasn't Love and Hip Hop, wasn't Divorce Court, one of those things, right?
what, the court jumps.
Yeah. And main man was like, look, I've been away for a year on this overseas, right? I came back and had sex with my girl, and it felt funny. Like someone right, Yana. It been away for a year. Why I feel like that? So he felt like she was cheating, right? Obvious.
Right.
It's too fucking loose. Why is it loose anyway, right? It turns out she was using a 10-inch joint.
God damn. All the way on the cervix?
So what
She
would we
put it
get?
all the way in.
What can we do after
Yeah,
that?
she busting the cervix. on that.
Like she didn't bring a dude in and fuck him, but this is a problem too though. This is more of an issue than fuck with the nigga down the street. Like this opens you up to new problems. Open that pussy wide open to new issues, yo. Like what?
Now you hear that motherfucking itch.
Now I'm trying to think, is that cheating just because
Nah,
it's a toy? So what I want to do is get some professionals on here, get some females on here, right?
They ain't cheating when you
And I
use
want to know about some of these things, right? Are they cheating, or what is the best toy to stimulate women? You know what I'm saying? All that good shit. So I think that's yeah.
Tell him, Jay. It ain't cheap when you put rubber on it.
It ain't cheap when you rub it up.
It's cheap when you got rubber.
It ain't cheap when you strap it.
Packed in the plastic. You take that rubber off, fuck that bitch meat to meat. That's a big problem.
That's like
I think the bitch cheating if you use dildo. That's just cheating off break. That's
That's like-
another thing going in you.
that's like the
you want a
issue.
nigga doing that?
That's like the issue they've been having lately. I mean, not an issue, but you know, people be getting into the fetish of getting their ass ate. Have you-
You know, we like groceries, Jay?
What's that called? Yeah.
no.
That song made that shit pop. Everybody ain't
So-
like groceries. I'm like, who the fuck want me to ask?
So when people was like,
No bullshit.
Something shit comes out. You think I really gonna eat that? I don't care if you put syrup, honey, whipped cream, wash your ass 4 times. You can wash your ass right there when I'm there with salt, Irish Spring, all that shit. Shit still comes out of there. Why am I put my tongue up there?
Not good.
that's like you know, I had heard the story where man was like had his ass licked. It's like he never got it done before. He was like, but it felt so good. And he said,
That nigga gay.
he said, but
You get your ass ate. Anything fucking with your ass, you gay. Oh,
he said it
you
felt so
gay now,
good.
yeah.
What?
hey, you gay,
He
yeah.
said it felt so good. I was like, huh? He said it feels so good. So he was like, so when I did get my ass there, I was like, so another question for you. The other question was kind of disturbing. I mean, the answer that I got was disturbing, but then I hit him with this joke. Like, so was your legs propped up when she did it? He said, yeah. I was like, what? He said,
That's crazy.
Yeah, I watched that. Sometimes
I was like, what?
a chick try to teabag you, and then she'll stick her tongue down and fuck you over, though.
I'm talking about-
Jay?
I'm talking
Teabag.
about your man was like this.
No, don't do that.
Oh no.
Don't do that.
And she was licking his ass. I was like, no.
Your man.
You ain't supposed to be doing that.
Oh my God.
I don't hit women, but then few rare occasions you playing with that ass, that will get you hit. I gotta give you a warning shot so you know I ain't playing with you.
He said it felt so good, but it felt so good. It's like,
That is
yeah, it
not
does.
good at all.
Oh, so if it was good, oh, you trying to tell
I
us?
said it felt,
Oh no, Jay.
he said it
Oh,
felt
no.
he said it felt so good, but it felt so gay. I said, yeah.
If it feel gay, it's gay. Fuck wrong.
It is.
If it feel gay, trust me, it is gay.
I can't get that done. That's
Niggas
that's
like
a
getting
no.
our asses ate.
That's a no for me.
Let's believe it.
I can't get that.
I can't do that.
Let's
I can't.
believe
I
it.
just don't see me putting my nose down there with my tongue. No, I don't care how fresh you came out the shower. Even while you in the shower, I still can't do it.
Man, real sleep right there.
That's the third perspective, man. This is like the early podcast right here.
That's one of the
First
first
came on
two.
the joint.
I want to see this.
It looked like you would.
And remember one of the podcasts, Snitch 9 came in the joint.
Yeah.
That was the joint when I was at home.
I had this motherfucker when they was leaving their messages on the joint. Him and Trevor Scott.
Yeah.
I don't think he talked to Snitch 9 no more, do you think?
Nope.
Nope.
I
I don't think nobody do now. He been quiet lately.
Yeah, it's 15 minutes of fame ran up.
We called that one. I already knew that was going to happen. Because he was too much, yeah. They can't rap, but too much. Them things don't equal up right.
Can't
You know what I'm
rap, you
saying?
can't do shit.
I mean, he can promote, just can't be no rapper. He should be on Rap Suckers or something like that. Make a new something on little talk show or something.
Yeah.
Some cheesy shit like that. But him as producing and all that shit, he ain't gonna get nobody to really work with him.
The only person that's working with him right now as we now speak is Akon.
Like he don't do live like he used to.
And I don't even know why.
Akon?
Mhm. Yeah, he don't do live like
Yeah, he used to be on live all the time doing that dumb shit. I think he woke up and realized they gonna send his ass back to jail. Start playing, sit fuck down and relax.
Like you see on this joint where he had Snitch 9 on the joint where he said, first he left a message saying, who this? No, he said, what is this? That when Main Man came in the joint, he was like, man, I'm busy. First he said, what? His name Trevor Scott.
Yeah.
He was like, what? Main Man was like, see, this shit I was talking about. Like, what he was talking about though, yeah?
Motherfuckers talking about being a rat.
Yeah. That's we was talking about that. Yeah. And he was like, man, I'm busy. He said, yo, I'm a little busy. And then he ain't responded to Main Man no more. Shit. He kept on saying, this is what I'm telling you about. Oh, John. We ain't even knows that joint. Big Homie D knows that shit. We wasn't even looking at none of that shit.
Yeah,
All that shit was new. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he in the chat. I was like, hey. Down there he blocks.
Yeah.
He said block.
I don't know, something made him jump in our shit. I don't know what that was about. Our first podcast, we was talking about wrestling or some shit on that joint.
So why did they get on there?
Who?
With Travis Scott in there. When
They was on one of our live joints.
Yeah.
He came on it.
I think it was about 6'9". I think that was like one of our third highest videos. The joint was 6'9" on it when he came on.
Yeah. He came on that joint, putting his messages on our shit.
Yeah. Block us. He said, nope. I don't hear that shit no more.
Travis Scott was like, I'm busy, bro.
Yeah, he is, huh?
Like, the fuck, bro? You can call me on these clown ass niggas. I don't even know who these motherfuckers are from I don't know where. And you got me, what the fuck? Since now, still putting shit in there. I think you just stop responding to that clown ass nigga. The whole time we was like, what the fuck? That's what's it. Well, you already knew Snitch 9 was looking at everybody that put his name in the titles and shit. So he was just looking at our shit. He gonna leave a message talking about what the fuck is this? Like, nigga, I could have brought you on if I knew how to work this shit. At that time, we ain't know what the fuck we was doing. Like, nigga, what the fuck wrong with you? I did tell him though. I told him something. I wish I could find that clip. Nigga, fuck wrong with you? Third perspective, boy. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that. And that was our first month. And here we go, 2 years later. I don't know where the hell he at. He done. You know what I'm saying? And we've been doing this joint 11, almost 12,000 downplays later, 200 videos on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, wherever. You know what I'm saying? All the way to now.
Yeah, I love that.
You said you forgot.
Yeah, I love that.
How you forget about that?
I was just looking at it. I was like, oh, I love that.
That was crazy too. But yeah, that was the beginning of this journey, you know what I'm saying? And even then, we couldn't even put most of those on Spotify because none of that shit audio was good. Shit was terrible. You know what I'm saying, dog? But like I said, man, it's been a journey, you know what I'm saying, dog? Appreciate everybody tuning in right now. This Third Perspective Podcast. This is our 2-year anniversary. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate everybody right now that's checking us out. And leaving 100 messages about, I don't know what the hell you're rapping about. You know what I'm saying, dog? It's Third Perspective. The trending topics, you know? You know? So, who?
Did the bus went all night?
Hell no. The bus probably got a bitch on that back trying to run up in that joint. I know if I drove buses, dog, at night, I'd be.
Like the Amazon drive?
First of all, I'm going around Southeast scooting up these rats. ASAP, man. I ain't going back to the garage for shit.
I think you want the rats.
Nah, but you know, most bus drivers, they get like 3-hour breaks now, nigga. You know how much pussy I get in 3 hours? The fuck wrong with you? I used to do that shit at a regular job. Sneak out of that bitch for like 30 minutes to get some pussy. Oh, the rail was there, matter of fact. I used to sneak out of the rail. Watch this train for a minute. Sneak out of this thing. Come back there. I remember that man fucked that up. I had to stop doing that shit. I used to sneak out at night. I just come out. I remember one night I overslept like shit. I don't know how I fell. I blew the brakes off that bitch. I just fell asleep. I don't know. It was the day, the lights and shit was outside. It was sun. I said, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? I hauled that back. It was like 9 though, Slim. I was blown like shit. I got up that joint. That was 9, it was like 8. Everybody didn't get there yet. I was just this close though. Yeah, I ran that joint. Like, holy shit, everything good. Right, everything straight. I was like, all right, you good? I was younger. Soon as I looked up and saw the sun outside, I was like, holy fuck. I thought I was gonna get there. All them white people would be back there.
Booth nigga used to start snitching too. Little security nigga used to be
Yeah. Start sneaking out that joint, boy.
Yeah. He's like, hey man, y'all was out the gate over now. I was like, you keep a count now? What you doing?
Niggas trying to get pussy, man. Stop that shit. What's wrong with these niggas? Niggas always doing that dumb shit. We sneaking out of that motherfucker. They stopped that though.
Yeah, you can't even get out the gate no more.
Then they get me just started the little white car in and out. Clock how long he was outside the gate.
Damn, those was the days. You know what I'm saying, dog? But
Now they turn that junk to Amazon delivery.
Shit, them motherfuckers everywhere. Amazon
deliveries everywhere?
Yeah, everywhere. Went out motherfucking bills, went out everywhere.
This one, yeah, no, I went to that one earlier yesterday, matter of fact. Dropped the lady off.
And over there, everywhere you need to be.
Lando. Yeah, when we used to
Bring
work
out,
at,
yeah.
they took over that joint now. Smithfield's no longer there.
Yeah.
That joint is Amazon.
That shit quick.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
When we see motherfuckers walking to Shelly Station. I remember that. That walk back to Shelly Station. I said, man, I do it at night. The garage.
It's dark as shit around that joint now.
Uh-huh.
Man, when you think about it, it was dark when we was walking through that
I'm about to
motherfucker.
say, many nights I had to take my headphones out of my head, like, all right, head on the swivel.
I did that too, though, yeah.
Hey, head on the swivel.
She's like, hold on, I gotta pay attention to these.
But see, the thing is, we used to get out. We used to get out at the same time. Coming in was different. Sometimes we see people going to the same direction though. Every now and then, you know, because we do work at the same time. Some people get there a little early though.
Yeah.
I'm way too early. Me, I'm getting there 10 minutes beforehand.
Me too.
Punch in, go upstairs. I'm like, say, you can't put your you gotta put your shoes and shit on right now.
Yeah.
Punch in, go put that shit on.
Hell yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, we used to be like that too. Punch in and put that shit on.
You gotta go through metamorphosis. Man. You gotta put the wrap around your leg. You gotta do too much shit. Y'all don't pay me for
All that shit got going.
Yeah, I ain't doing that shit for free.
Yeah,
that shit's some work.
That's work putting on that shit on.
Damn, it was too. When you think about it, man, that shit was, I don't know, I always say that shit was fun to me. When I look back on it, that shit was fun. As far as working, like you can't go to a job and get exercise and have fun. There's not too many jobs gonna let you do all that.
Everybody want to work the shit out of you.
We was in that joint getting a workout by ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
We left them heavy ass trees up.
Not good.
And Jay was young and fit. He
Hell
left heavies
yeah.
up, right, Jake?
Man,
Hey,
what?
get that pole and lift that heavy up.
Used to motherfuckers lift them motherfuckers about 8 at a time.
Had to jump off the rack. I was like, all right, man, y'all know what to do. One person on one side, one person on the other side. Left on 3.
Yeah.
Especially if they wet and motherfucking out the hay line. You ain't getting that shit. You gotta take some hands off that motherfucker.
Big ass joints dripping like a motherfucker.
There's money wasted. Herb getting into the house.
This has been, we got us at 11,500 down plays on our podcast. We appreciate everybody, man. You know what I'm saying, dog? This is, before we leave, man, y'all got something to say before we get out of here? But, man, I appreciate everybody that got us to this point. I ain't gonna bullshit you. From this point on, I'm just on the ride with you. You know what I'm saying, dog? See how far can this thing go, you know? But other than that, I'm already past my surprising. Is that a word? Jay, what you think, man? We out of the joint, you know? What you think about this shit here? 2
Yes.
years.
It's a hell of a milestone. But Another 3-6 Mafia hit.
Wanna be saved.
Matter of fact, Project Pat hit.
Yeah, I'll say you and Pat and 3-6 mixed up.
She don't wanna be saved. She don't
Mr.
wanna
Don't
be
Play.
saved.
Everything is working.
11,500 from coast to coast, city to city, state to state, hood to hood.
You ain't from my hood, get the fuck
What
around.
it do? Damn. Jay, real? Got something to say for you guys?
You ain't from my hood, get the fuck around here.
You know? She don't wanna be saved. Again. She don't wanna be saved. Damn, that's that go shit. 11,500 is where we at. Appreciate you. Everybody got us to this point. I know you remember us saying 200 down plays. We had 11,000 of these things now. You know what I'm saying, dog? Shout out to everybody that watches tonight, everybody that downloads our podcast. Shouts out to you. You know what I'm saying, dog? Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts at. We there. You know what I'm saying, dog? Southeast, Northeast, DC, shouts out to you. This some little go-go shit. Y'all know about this. What? Yeah, girl, what? Some go-go shit. Y'all know about this. Check these sides. This side and that side for videos. Our history, boy. 2-year history. Check these videos off of that. Woo! Cranking too. Baby.